3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Got a blast.
Got a blast.
Welcome.
What up, handsome boy?
I live in an apartment. You can't yell like that. We can talk really loud.
Okay.
Anyways, welcome to the Handsome Boys podcast, where we are two handsome boys.
Way too handsome.
Very handsome boys.
Gentlemen.
I think if you had seen us, your jaw would drop to the floor and you would start. You know that episode of The Simpsons where they just flip inside out? That's what happened to you.
Gross.
I hated that as a kid. Did you watch that episode? I think it was a Treehouse of Horror one.
I hate when they put sound effects to it.
It's all.
It's like, oh.
It's fucking. Simpsons is weird though.
Simpsons is fucked.
Yeah.
Tyler.
I'm Tyler. It's my real name though, actually, but you know.
It's a good name.
It's a freaking name. I think it's a douchey name. There's a lot of douche people who have that name.
It's not as bad though.
Well, you remember...
You got like Kenneth and Keith and...
Yeah. Well, Keith, you know the name Keith. You know what happens after you get the name Keith.
You dead?
I was talking about someone else, but yeah, you know, dead.
Yeah, let's just do names.
Yeah, well, my name is Tyler. Gotta introduce ourselves.
My name is Melvin.
You know, fucking...
Just kidding. Jared. I don't like saying my own name. You get the same thing?
I agree, yeah.
It's weird. It feels not nice. I don't like it.
Well, if you know when you're talking to someone who has the same name as you too, and it just feels... It's odd. It doesn't feel right. I guess it might be just that I internalize my name as, this is me.
Yeah.
Tyler. Huh.
It's like, that's my name though.
Yeah.
But even like people I haven't like met before, I don't even like saying my name to them. It's like...
Yeah.
I'm not saying they should already know it, but it's like...
You want someone else to introduce you at some point, pretty much. I completely agree with that.
It's just...
Like, I notice everybody has that problem where they'll introduce themselves and it's like, you have to force it out. Yeah. Otherwise, you're never going to get it out.
Because I'll just be like, I'm Jared.
I'm Jared.
My name is Jared. That's it.
Don't wear it out.
Don't wear it out. Oh my gosh.
Fucking... Okay. So, I think I told you about the other time, like the first time I masturbated. I think that's something I only ever told you. I only ever told anybody else.
Oh, really?
You remember that?
No.
Okay, I'm going to repeat it just because, I mean, I might as well.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a good introductory point. Fucking...
Very nice.
So,
just
me
handsome
and...
boy jerking off?
No, that's not quite how it went. Not just one handsome boy.
Oh.
Okay, my old friend, I'm not going to name him on here because I don't want to dox him, but,
Just call everyone Greg.
Yeah, okay, Greg. He was like, hey man, you ever spank the monkey, ever jerk off? I was like, no.
What monkey?
Yeah, exactly. I was very confused. We were like on the phone together. Like
you were on the phone?
We'd use my home phone and his mom's home phone. We'd call each other and just talk for like a half an hour or whatever. So we'd be talking on the phone, and then he was like, You ever pulled out your pee-pee till you made the white stuff come out? I was like, what? He said it didn't start off white at first. It was gray until eventually.
Gray?
Yeah, because I think it was before sperm was being developed in his body.
If you said clear, I'm like, okay, that's what actually gray is.
Well,
like,
I mean clear.
To the hospital.
I think I mean clear, but he said gray because clear is kind of gray. But yeah, he was telling me about it. But I never did it on my own. I was like, this sounds weird. I was like 10 years old at the time. He was like 11. He was a year older than me because I don't know if he was held back a year or something or what. But anyway. So he was telling me about it. And then eventually I was like, okay. A few days later or like a week later, who knows. I went over to his place and he was telling me about it again. He's like, try to that blanket right over there. So... this actually sparked a thing in me where I only jerked off under a blanket for like a year. Even like in the summertime, I'd throw a full blanket on myself and just fucking go to town. But that first time I jerked off, it was in a blanket. I probably got cum all over the blanket because I had no idea about anything. Never got taught cleanup.
Mm-hmm.
So I fucking jerked off right then and there. And it was like, okay, yeah, cool. So I jerked off next to a man for my first time. He's like, just imagine girls. And I was like, okay, cool, I will do that.
Don't think about me.
Pretty much, yeah. Otherwise it might be a little gay. Then flash forward a couple
What's
weeks.
wrong with being gay, Tyler?
There's nothing wrong with being gay, but when you're 11
I
years
thought you were
old,
touching my leg when the cat rubbed up against it. Like, whoa. Oh my god.
nothing wrong with me. No, and then like a flash a week or two later, we were looking at porn on his computer, and we were both like, "This is pretty good. I kind of like it."
I remember doing that.
Yeah.
Like gathering around one friend's like Xbox.
Yeah, but did you and your friends then? I went to the couch in the room and then put a blanket over myself. He put a blanket over
Oh
himself.
no.
And he went to town and I went to town and we were like, yeah, titties are pretty good. Wow, what a wonderful thing. And I remember that image and it is ingrained in my mind. It is a disgusting image now. I don't think I could ever jerk off to it in any capacity now. But back then, when you're like 10 years old, it's like, wow, this is amazing. What a wonderful thing. And then I never jerked off around him again because I then developed that as a private thing. But for like a year or two, I always jerked off under a blanket, which was fine because if I ever got caught by my parents, it's like, oh, he's under a blanket. I'd be like, I'm feeling
You're trying. You're
under
like,
the weather. Yeah, I don't want people to see me spanking the monkey at all. And then there's that. But the other thing I was going to tell you about is the time I decided to jack off 100 times in a night.
What do you mean?
This is when I was a little baby boy.
Oh, okay, so you're just, I'm gonna jerk off 100 times.
Now, I'm not too sure if I achieved it, but I do remember ejaculating a lot that night. When you are young enough and you are willing to jerk off a flaccid penis as many times and not understand that when it's flaccid it doesn't really want to, you would go. And I don't even know if it's physically possible or if I fucking dreamed it up or some shit, but I do have, it's like ingrained in my mind. So I had like porn on something, I don't know what it was, but in the background I think I had like this fucking Mary-Kate and Ashley movie on when they were like 5 years old, and it was really weird. I didn't focus on it at all, but the idea of it is now just a little weird to me. I don't think that's a movie I could jack off around anymore. It was an old movie. They were walking around town. It was very cloudy. I don't remember the movie. But yeah, I had this challenge where I would just go for many, many times. I maybe got to 100, but I can't remember. That's
quite the feat.
It would be quite the feat. There's no way I could do that now. I would not have the tenacity to do it. Mm-hmm. And it might have been around the time when I was developing those hormones that it would probably be possible to maybe do that. Because you know the teenage mind and the ejaculation. Whack. It is whack.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my friends, because he had his room in the basement, so you just go down there, he'd put on his Xbox. This is literally what happened. He was like, this is before I was, knew about anime as like a thing.
Oh, yeah.
He was just like, he's literally, check this out. And he plays a video file without, it doesn't have like a
proper title?
Yeah, like a proper title. It's just a bunch of random letters.
Just the thing he downloaded.
And it was just straight up hentai. Two chicks going at it. And we're all standing there. You know, like King of the Hill? When they're standing behind the fence. Like with their, yep. That's literally what we're just standing there with our hands in our pockets.
Sipping your fucking Capri Suns.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. No, I do remember doing that quite a bit. Like afterwards, like I didn't jack off with the boy anymore. I've been meaning to. I never actually talked to him about it now, and I've been meaning to ask him about it, but
confront him.
Yeah, I just feel like, do you remember that at all?
You tainted me.
Yeah. I'm seeing him like next month, so maybe I'll ask it then. It's not the proper fucking situation for it. It is for his dad's memorial. But
no!
I do think that add like some kind of comedy to the fucking thing.
You
so
should
maybe
literally like go for a handshake, and the first thing like, do you remember?
Do you remember the time we jacked off together when we were 11 years old?
He'll be like, what? And you'll be like, under the blanket. So like, oh, I
right! How could I forget that?
Jeez Louise.
Yeah. No, it was an adventure, I found.
An adventure.
I miss those days of fucking being very, like... Oh, with my friends, it was more we'd watch movies that happen to have titties in it and be like, that's pretty good. I wouldn't mind that lady being around me.
Would you, like... Because I would be too scared to look at porn, so I would, like... look for things that had like cleavage and stuff, but weren't porn. You know, you find an old movie with a picture of a boob, and then you'd pause it at that point, or like there was this game, and I downloaded just because it had boobs in it, but it made my computer slow. My old Dell Tower. It just ruined it.
You know how many times I jerked off to Samus in Super Smash Bros. Brawl? I'd pause the game and zoom in as much as I could and be like, yeah, boy! I had a thing to reply to that, but I fucking completely lost it. I had no idea what I was going to add to that. It was with movies, I would find magazines that had, like, even if it was like a family sitcom, but if a lady had really big titties and you could see them through the shirt, it'd be like, alright, I'm going to go to town here. What I would do is I was not afraid to look at porn until I got afraid to look at porn because I had an old flip phone when I was 11. My dad was like, you can have this because I need to talk to you because parents divorce.
Oh, yeah.
So I had that. Then I did not understand that if I used the internet on my phone, back in that day and age especially, it would fucking ruin it. I would keep going back to that same photo over and over again that I first jerked off to, and I found another one that I kept going to, and I actually do want to find that one again because it was actually very nice.
Porn nostalgia. When you find something, you're like, yeah,
dude. I did have that it was maybe a week ago. I found an old video. I was just like, well, I've seen this video before.
Yeah,
it must have been like a year ago or something. And then I looked at the age of the chick. So we're fucking 20 years old now, going 21. I didn't realize, but at the time she's younger than me. And I was like, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. And I don't know why, but it made me like, people younger than me can be in pornography now. And it blew my goddamn mind. I had to stop for a second. I couldn't jerk off to it anymore.
Yeah, you think like how stupid you are now, minus a little bit.
Yeah. But like, it was fucking gorgeous woman. She was she had like nice long red hair. Amazing body, but I cannot go back to it now. I have to not watch it.
Yeah.
But I did find like 2 other videos. One was this like, there's this cat that shows up in the video, and I found it on like Pornhub comments, like that subreddit, and I was like, holy shit, there it is. I found the video, I looked at it, I was like, yeah, that's right. Then I scrolled down a little bit, and it was another video that I had. I found it on my Vita. Because I had downloaded it from
it's like
so long ago.
Capsule.
Yeah, on my Vita, if you were to open it up and try to watch the video, it'd crash halfway through because the file is just so old. But I found the video again, so I can watch it the whole way through. It's a lot better than I remember it even being. So fucking.
It's a lot better.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It's one of those amateur videos, but like you can tell that it's amateur. There's not a third person there that's filming it. It's just 2 people with a camera with a very, very attractive woman.
I always get the opposite. It's always way worse. Not even in content, but just like, this isn't even that good.
Yeah. My dick got hard of this. Yeah, I completely understand that sentiment. I do that with old hentai, I find, too.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. Well, people are a lot more, not talented now, but the quality, the ease, it's easier to make something more high quality.
Oh, yeah.
So especially looking back, you're like, that's a lot worse. Yeah.
Oh, there was this one video. It was a cow hentai lady thing. With this lady, you probably saw the video.
I think I've seen it.
She's wearing like a cow print bikini.
Just like the horns.
Yeah. That was the video I was looking for. I was looking through it because it was whenever I find a good porn video, I like to go back to it and keep returning to it. But this one, I was like, hey, I'm looking for it. And then I found this other video. I was like, oh, that looks pretty good. So I clicked on it. And it's this fucking weird-ass bondage porn thing. And like, I could show it to you later. It's not hard to find. The doctor that puts the fucking thing, the needle in her, and her titties grow the size of fucking beanbag chairs.
Oh, yeah.
It is not sexy at all. Like, some of it could have been really hot, but it wasn't. And then the dudes, like, it's a fucking gangbang. The dudes start fucking her nipples. I have never understood that. I have never understood that kind of hentai.
I used to.
Well, me too. When I was definitely younger, I could definitely do that. But now it's like, why?
Like, recently, it's more like it has to be happy. Everyone it has to be having a good time.
Yeah.
If anyone's uncomfortable, it makes me uncomfortable, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm out. No.
I've noticed that I've been enjoying when something funny happens in a porn video. It's like, this is humorous, it feels like that. Because, you know, that actually happens usually when you're doing sexual relations. It's going to happen. You are going to do something goofy. It's not going to ruin the mood, it's just going to happen. It feels nice. I think this one porn actress has started putting bloopers at the end of her videos, too.
That's kind of
That's like, yeah, okay, that's good. I like that. I enjoy that. Prime, sublime.
Dude, I want that on a hat.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
awesome.
Oh, we should make that. You ever watch Sponge Nuts?
Sponge Nuts?
Yes.
Oh, is that the
Square
gross live action? Oh,
Yeah.
I have not seen it, but I've heard.
It's so fucking funny. Sponge Nuts is the only character that is named differently. Everybody else is Mr. Krabs, Squidward, Patrick, Sandy. Sandy's the one.
Krabs.
So the video entails Sponge Nuts going like, Sandy, I want to have sponge babies. And she's like, okay, SpongeBob. That's the same voice they use for both of them, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it's a blowjob video and that's it?
That's what?
Yeah. So the whole time, it's an 8-minute video and SpongeBob's cracking jokes the whole time.
Oh my god.
In like a SpongeBob-esque tone as she's fucking blowing him with the fucking helmet off, of course. Like, they completely fucking whatever, who cares?
How would you do it with the helmet on?
Yeah, no, it makes sense, but wouldn't you do that in Sandy's Treat Home, not SpongeBob's fucking blue roomed apartment is what I remember, at least, of it. And then the video ends with Sandy getting fucking cum blasted in the face. She's like, wait a minute. Cum's supposed to be inside of me to make babies. And SpongeBob's like, hey, we'll just adopt him instead. It's fine.
There's no big problem.
Yeah, but not
It
like,
works out.
let's not wait till tomorrow and just fucking try then. We'll just go adopt some babies right now.
Wow. Well, how long does a sponge live for? Maybe he's running out of time.
He could be running out of time. That'd be very unfortunate. It makes sense at this point. Because who knows, he might die by the end of the day.
Does he die when he dries out? Well, no, because he's dried out before.
But remember when he dried out in the SpongeBob movie, he died. He was technically dead.
He was a... Yeah.
The only thing that made him survive was he shed a tear.
He should have, dude.
I think him and
Goofy
Patrick both...
goobers.
Yeah. I'm a goofy. They cried and it formed into a heart, and then it went down the electrical socket and blew the fuse, and then the water started going everywhere, and they survived.
That's dangerous.
It's
like, that's
very
really
dangerous.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
For...
Then all the fish came back to life, and they were like, "We're going to beat up this submarine man."
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that guy's kind of scary.
He was very scary. Did you ever play the Game Boy Advance game for SpongeBob SquarePants the movie?
No.
It is a horrible game. I would never recommend it.
I wouldn't think, oh yeah, SpongeBob on GBA. That's
Well,
a game
the
to
GameCube
play.
game's fucking good.
That's true. Those ones are pretty
So
good.
I would assume the Game Boy Advance game would follow suit, but it didn't. But the level with the fucking... You have like 5 levels in that area with the submarine man where you have to find water throughout the levels. The level's like a fucking short path, but you can't just run through it. There's just enough time to run to an area, and then you gotta fucking make this fucking mile hike to get water, and then trek on forward and then go for another mile hike to get water. Otherwise you're gonna keep dying.
I hate that.
So I skipped all the levels in that area because you have passwords, and I just went to the end of the game. The rest of the levels are fine and easy. Not easy, but they're fine. They're fun levels, but they're not fucking... Go search for the water holes. It's like in Sonic when you're looking for the air bubbles, but instead of being everywhere like the air bubbles are, it's just fucking here, there, and nowhere.
There and nowhere. Yeah.
It's not
Few and
fun.
Far between.
Yeah. No, it's quite disappointing. I wish the game was better, because I really like the GameCube game. I was very excited when I was a child. You know when you got a Game Boy game and fucking you open up the box and it has like the box inside of it, it's like... I don't know why that excited my goddamn child mind so much, but I fucking adored it.
I still get excited. Because that was such a rare thing back then to get a brand new like box. And no one keeps... They all throw them out. So when you see it, you're like...
Yeah.
This is the thing.
John got me one for F-Zero
Oh, that's
on the
nice.
Game Boy, and opening that fucker was fucking sublime. I was like, holy shit, plastic, open the box, there's a fucking pamphlet in here.
And like they got those little like on the inside of it, the
Yeah.
little different slots for like the game and the manual.
Yeah. When
awesome.
I opened the case for fucking Nocturne over there, that was amazing. I opened up a fucking plastic case for a PS2 game. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, dude. Wait, hold on a second. I opened up a fucking pristine manual that still feels like it's from 2003. They didn't update it for this
That's
re-release.
excellent.
It's just the same manual. It's just fucking good.
That's awesome.
Oh, I love that feeling of getting a new video game. It's not as satisfying now because all my games I buy are on Steam.
Yeah.
Or if I'm going to, maybe I kind of want to get some physical copies, but I don't have a disc drive.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy one.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
External disc drive.
I was
Oh my
gonna
God.
get one, but I would just rather fucking take out the part where it's supposed to go here and just put a disc drive in. I was thinking of getting a Blu-ray disc drive and just
Oh.
so I can watch
Does
movies
that
on it.
work with all of them though?
Yeah,
Oh,
it should work with any Blu-ray disc.
Well, I mean, like, does it work with CD, DVD as well?
Yeah.
Or? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it should be Blu-ray, CD, and DVD. Fuck you.
They got that 4K, or is it 4K? Have you seen them? The movies, it's in like a black case, and it's like 4 or 8K or something now.
Oh,
it's
those,
the
yeah.
next one. Those are going to be like relics. Like, no one's going to remember that.
Yeah. Well, do you remember HD DVD? Do you remember those
I had a
cases?
couple of those, yeah.
Yeah. I never had them, but I knew they existed. Did you see what fucking Sony made recently? It's a fucking gigantic TV. You would never be able to fit this inside your living room. It's like, I think it's bigger than a bus, but it is a 16K TV screen.
Well, I mean, like, if it's that big,
It
you got to
makes
think
sense.
the 16K is being spread out.
Yeah.
So is it really?
Yeah. Well, at this point, I don't even know if I can tell the difference between 1080p and 4K. It's close, at least.
Oh, okay.
It's just a little bit better aliasing, I guess. Or
yeah.
pixel aliasing, yeah.
And like, not all like videos are like equal in quality.
Yeah.
Like a good 480p will look way
Yeah.
better than a shitty
Have you ever
1080.
gone back to an old YouTube video that's in 480p and be like, wow, that looks really good. Then you watch some fucking
Yeah.
1080p video from like 2013 and it looks like asshole because whoever exported it on a fucking keyboard.
Yeah.
They just took the motherboard out of the keyboard and fucking blasted it that way.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, fucking.
Wow. So that was the porn hour.
That was That was fucking far from porn at that point. We're talking. I mean, 16K porn might be okay.
Oh.
It wouldn't be very. If you're a rich man, it'd be nice, I guess. But I don't need that kind of. It's like fucking.
It's not just
VR
enough.
porn.
That's gonna be a thing.
VR porn. It is already a thing.
Well, I mean, but think in like a few years, they're gonna have it down.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna. This is the thing you connect to your dick. It
Yeah.
has a tube connected to your sink, so it gets rid of.
You ever see those gross ass gifs of those dudes that have like fucking gross mechanical
Oh,
setups?
yeah,
That's what I
yeah.
imagine it's gonna look like. So you gotta have like the fucking perfect private thing so your mom doesn't walk in on you.
Like you'll have your headphones. Someone's gonna walk in. You're not even gonna
Yeah.
notice. You're just gonna be there drooling. Oh.
As you watch your fucking vor porn.
You're burping.
Yeah.
VR porn game burps right in your face. That's what it is. Dude, you know what I used to do, like before jerking off?
What?
So, I guess 2 words.
Yeah.
Back massager.
For
For some reason, there was always one of those around.
I used to have a hot tub at my old place in the country.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking turn on those jets. It's like a penis a little nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe have a little fun.
Something scary happened though one time.
Oh yeah?
Like, I was using the back massager for an extremely long time,
Yeah.
and you know, it's just like you're just hitting your thing over and over.
Yeah.
And like I would let my dick get small and then big again, like over and over.
Yeah.
And I stopped, and my dick was like curling like a fucking pigtail. I'm like, that's kind of scary.
That's
And
terrifying.
it hurt, and like it didn't hurt during, but afterwards, like, oh my god. And like the next day, it stayed the same. It was like all curved, and like I was like, I just ruined everything.
Like the fucking finger of fucking Jim Carrey from Unfortunate Events.
I was scared, but eventually it
It
straightened
curled,
out.
it curled straight back out. That'd be terrifying. Did I ever tell you about the fucking bump on my dick?
No.
Okay, so on my shaft there, I don't know. I remember getting it like really early on. Like it was around when I started jerking off, so I might have
Okay,
fucking.
this is the last jerking off.
Yeah, we should probably maybe head away from that eventually.
God.
But so I was jerking off. Fucking eventually, I guess that formed. I don't know if it was fucking buildup of like. Eventually, I got it checked out, and it was like I think a blood vesicle or something that popped, and they're like, we usually operate on it,
The
but
vesicle.
yeah, but we're not gonna do that because it's on your dingus.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. But it was around in high school. I never really paid much mind to it. I was like, it's fine, whatever. My dick's a little different from every other boy's. It's okay.
You know, it's okay to have a different penis.
Has a little bit of extra girth on halfway up. So,
Oh.
but it was around when I was getting sexually active, and then girlfriend at the
yeah.
time was like, you know, we've been having some fun for 6 months, but maybe you should get that checked out. I was like, I mean, it hasn't done anything yet. She's like, well, what if it cancer? I was like,
That's scary.
that maybe could be true. So we got that checked out, went to the fucking doctors. I was like, Mom, we gotta go to the doctors, got a ding on my dingus. And we went, and I remember I was very fucking terrified.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
being in fucking high school and the idea, the prospect of having cancer itself is fucking terrifying. I have no idea how it
dick
feels.
cancer.
Yes.
That's like
Well, my dad had testicular cancer too when he was younger.
oh, no.
So it could have run in the family, and it was like, oh man, no, that would be horrible. We got it checked out. I think it was my stepdad's doctor. He doesn't know who I am, so I just kind of told my mom later. I was like, "Is this man?" She's like, "Oh, it's Jason's doctor." I was like, "Cool." He's like, "Okay, bring out the goods," and I was like, "Ah, okay, all right."
Dude,
It's
why
like
would
one of
you
those
say it
funny
like
guy-
that? That's
I found it really funny at the time.
I
I was
would
like,
be
whatever.
like, nope, that's it.
No, I liked the humor at the time because of course I was nervous. So pulled my dick out. He felt it a little bit. He was like, I think it's just
Did
fat.
you get hard?
No, I didn't get hard.
Oh, okay.
Why would I get hard?
Well, you know, I don't know.
I mean, I guess I was 16 at the time. That makes sense. He was like, it's fat. I think it's just excess fat. I was like, okay, my body was like, all right, buddy.
That
I don't know.
instant relief.
Yeah. Well, like, I like the idea of my stomach fat. It's like, there's a little too much stomach fat. You gotta put some on the dick.
It's like you gotta put somewhere else.
Yeah.
Getting too fast.
I just like the idea of if you just start exercising, it'll go away. I don't think it'll ever go away because now I know it's a blood vesicle because I got an ultrasound on it even afterwards.
Oh,
He's like,
wow.
I'll set you up for an ultrasound and you'll be good. So
That was a big boy. In
Yeah.
this ultrasound.
and I think he was like, it'll be in 6 months. I was like, that's horrible.
That's a long time.
It was 2 weeks at least.
Oh.
But that's Canada healthcare. It's expected.
Oh yeah. Think of how many people could, in that time span,
Yeah.
look at your dick.
Yeah. That's true. It was really weird because like there was the male doctor and there was an old guy, but it was like this young, very attractive nurse in there, of course. And it's like,
Oh.
hey, mama, how's it going? I wasn't actually because I was in a relationship at the time. Do not cheat. But like, I don't know. It was an
let's just
awkward
take a
situation. Yeah.
Everyone out there, don't cheat. That's not very nice.
Hey, don't cheat on your diet. Don't cheat on your girlfriend or boyfriend or some friend. Don't cheat on.
Don't cheat on your test.
Don't cheat on Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice.
Don't do it.
Not allowed to do it. Don't brag about it. At least you can do whatever you want. Actually, I don't give a fuck. Just don't be like, fuck you. You gotta. If you cheat the game, it's okay. You can be happy about yourself. That's fine.
If you are cheating, you might have a tiny penis.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's fine. You're allowed to have one.
Yeah.
Not me.
No,
Just
you
kidding.
have a very.
Just kidding.
Oh, you have a very big penis, Jerry. You don't have to hide it. I see it out right now. It's coming out of the bottom of your pant leg.
Oh my god. It's like a snake.
Oh, it's like
That's
a fucking
terrifying.
tentacle. Are you fucking? No, I'm not gonna go there.
Just-
Fucking, we don't need to talk more about porn.
Okay, listen. Oh my gosh. So, do you got anything, or should I
You
consult the list?
You consult your list. I had ideas, but they were all about jacking off and the pit of 100 jerk offs from Paper Mario.
Okay. Okay, so we're not gonna. This doesn't really take us out of the porn and jerking off, but it's in a direction.
It's at least related in some fashion.
So where we are, we're in a fairly small town. Not like it's not small, but it's not huge.
Yeah.
So recently, the past couple of years, some of these younger peoples have been getting into some of those a little bit of furry things.
Wait, what? Are you serious? What?
I'm serious.
Oh shit! I didn't know about furry shit going on here.
Like, I've taught because a couple of younger people, are at my work.
Yeah.
And they're like, there's people who show up with tails coming out.
There was people at our when we were in high school. There was it was few and far between, but
it's getting more though. There's a group of them.
Really? There's a fucking furry group?
There's a group of them.
Oh, no.
They're howling at each other. I've heard, during lunchtime, you'll hear them, making noises or howling or something.
Oh, no. Why?
So, it's a small town. That's happening.
Yeah.
So, I was just thinking, because we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
If that's happening here...
Yeah.
What's going on everywhere else? Is it becoming? And I'm not saying
furries are getting a lot more popular.
very,
very popular. You can't look fucking right without seeing it.
Left is fine.
Left, yeah. No, that hasn't been compromised yet. But right, whew.
It's. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying the people are bad. They're probably fine. I mean, there's bad people and everything.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking, okay, so they're drawn to animals. They're getting more animalistic.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, sort of porn and that kind of stuff. So I was thinking, are they going backwards?
What do you mean? In what fashion are they going backwards?
Okay, so you're a human, you're getting smarter, you're doing your things.
Yeah.
They seem to have a yearning for this primal, animalistic. So are they going backwards? They're howling.
They're going back to the Neanderthal years. They're just fucking...
It's just... But, what if they start getting really into it and they start taking on the full, role and they start... someone who thinks they're a wolf will, come up and, bite you and cause damage.
Well, you know about Wolfkin and all those, Otherkin, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, those people, they're... I don't know if they're not as prominent anymore, because I think that they kind of died down a bit, but it might come back if people are starting to fucking howl at each other. I don't care if you're a furry, but don't do that in fucking public, you fucking weirdo.
Do whatever you want, wear whatever you want.
We all have our own degeneracy.
Oh, yeah, everyone's got their own, but I'm just thinking, it's becoming more and more of a thing. It's getting more followers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Where's it going to go? Where are we going?
Well, you know that one friend we don't hang out with anymore, but yeah. I noticed with him, he loved groups like that. Even if he wasn't involved with it, he loved groups like that because it felt safe to some people. Even if you are a little weird.
They're very
accepting.
Sort of accepting. And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But
no, I'm very into a more accepting society. I don't know, we're in a weird point in society where certain things are very acceptable. You can be very accepted, but then one wrong step and you're suddenly shunned for life. But no, groups like that are very accepting, and I find that's the draw to it to some degree. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't so accepting, then maybe not as many people would do it. But I don't fucking know. People are weird.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. Fucking...
Hopefully it's going in a good direction. Maybe some good things will come up. Maybe it'll influence fashion and we'll have cool, along your zipper you'll have a cool fuzzy whatever thing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I'd want a tail on my jacket, but
I'd hate that. I think it'd be really funny to walk around town like that, just be fucking assholes, but that's only because I hate everybody here.
And one more thing.
Oh, yeah?
This is something my brother told me
Oh, shit, okay.
that he sort of saw in school. Apparently, there was a certain tail being passed around, but it wasn't your regular costume tail.
Yeah.
It had something on the end of it. Something, instead of just hooking on, this maybe poked or prodded into a place of yours.
Oh, okay.
That's
exciting.
how it attached to you.
Yeah. No, I know about those tails. I've seen...
That's a scary, dangerous thing at a school, though.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
like-
think that should be being passed around through fucking school. Yeah, actually...
I don't feel comfortable that they have those.
No, I
have
wouldn't...
a clip-on, but like...
Well, I wouldn't want to... Okay, Cindy, you want to take my butt plug that I have here? It's got a tiger tail at the end of it. I'll trade it for your lizard tail
Oh
there.
no! Trading butt plug tails.
That's the new Pokemon.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's
Kids at the
new
fucking elementary
Pokemon.
school playground will be fucking passing around butt plugs.
How long before Pokemon butt tails? So it becomes...
They exist. They definitely exist.
But
There's
when
got to be a Pikachu
They're
tail
gonna start
out there.
trading. I'll trade my Pikachu tail for your
Hitmonlee doesn't need a tail. Raichu tail.
Raichu tail. Brown.
I'll take your Agumon tail. I got
That's
you.
not
That's Digimon.
That's not even it. Oh.
Have you I don't know. I guess you probably haven't been following Pokemon very much. My friend, fucking. We'll not say the names of people we like don't like. We'll just
Call
say
him
names.
Big Dumb Melvin.
I'll call him Big Dumb Melvin. Yeah, actually, that'll be perfect. He's not big and
Big,
well, he's
stupid
big.
idiot boy.
He's a big boy, but he's not a dumb boy. I like that boy a lot. He's very into Pokemon. It's like the only game he plays. He'll play through a game one week and then next week he'll start another. It's
like
very
of the same game?
different games throughout the series.
Okay.
Even newer games, he enjoys them very much. It brings me into my love of Pokemon. And he's a man I can just talk to about Pokemon.
Oh, I love that. When someone's so passionate
Yeah.
about something, it brings you into that
Yeah.
world for a bit.
Well, I'm 20 years old. He's 27.
Oh, wow.
I've known him because he's my stepdad's nephew.
Mm-hmm.
I've known him since I was like 11, and like I think we started talking, and he was like, "This boy knows too much about Pokemon for being like 11 years old." And as the years went on, we weren't really super huge friends, but when he saw each other, I'd hang around him because I didn't know the family very well, and we'd just talk about Pokemon and shit.
Pokemon Masters.
I know way more about Pokemon than I should now. Even if I don't play the game as much as he does, I know
still that residual
so much.
knowledge.
Oh yeah, no, it's never going to leave my brain. I know so much shit about Pokemon, and like over the years, we eventually started becoming more and more friends. As like people started moving away from here, and I wasn't hanging out with as many people. Like, and I hung out with him, and it was just a nice boy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I forgot where my point was going with it.
Sorry.
But yeah. Oh wait, Pokemon.
Yeah.
The designs are getting more like fucking Digimon, and I hate it. They're getting less simple, fun designs. I don't mind some of the designs. I do enjoy some of the newer Pokemon, but some of them are very over-designed, and I hate it.
Yeah.
And I think that's becoming a problem now.
Didn't Digimon sort of borrow from Pokemon design-wise?
I think Digimon came after Pokemon, yeah. Maybe. It did somewhat design-wise, but either way.
What was the original Mon?
I want to believe it's Pokemon. I do believe it's Pokemon. If I'm wrong, though, because I do remember there was a lot of PS1 games of Digimon.
Oh, yeah.
There's one fucking weird-ass game, too. When you fight the final boss, the game goes all fucking creepypasta on you.
Oh.
In the fucking 90s, that's fucking actually terrifying, too.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause it's not just like a meme. You're like, this is actually terrifying.
Yeah. No, it is legitimately terrifying. I love it. I never played it myself.
Scariest gaming moments right here. To number one. Top. I already have one, so.
Okay, you go first, because I'm going to have to think.
Okay, so this is dumb. But I had an X-Men fighter game for the Nintendo GameCube.
Yeah.
And I beat it the whole way through. I haven't beaten many games.
Yeah.
Like, even some of my favorite games I haven't even beaten, like, 100%.
I've done that too.
But, yeah, and I was unlocking all the characters, and there's this end boss guy. He's just an old man with, like, a goatee.
Yeah.
He's not that threatening. But I beat everything. I beat him.
Yeah.
And it would always show you, like, a sort of character profile when you unlock them. It showed his, and the guy started talking. he was in a board or blah, blah, blah. You know, they give sort of a backstory.
Yeah.
And I was really young. It's all the lights are off.
Yeah.
But I don't think they meant for you to unlock him because the voice started going all staticky.
Oh.
Like, I was fucking terrified. It was like a real life creepypasta. I was pissing myself.
Oh.
And then it shuts off and goes.
That's weird. It must
And then
have,
it goes back to the start screen or whatever. And I was like, I'm never playing this game again.
And did you never play it again?
Not really.
Oh, shit.
Well, I mean, also because I'd play with my brother.
Oh.
And he would choose Juggernaut, which is this bigger guy.
Yeah,
and he has the
Juggernaut.
stomp move. And
I love doing
once
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, once he gets you in the rhythm,
Yeah.
you can't even attack. You just
Oh, okay. That's a little unfair.
so half because it was scary, half because he did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am struggling to find a moment. This was when I was a bit younger, I guess, because I was like 15, 14. I guess I want to say Gygas is probably actually one of my favorite moments.
Yeah.
No matter what, I do think that is still probably
It's
like
like an OG spooky
Yeah.
thing.
It's
That's
like
awesome.
top 2 final bosses for me. And I love creepy things in video games now. I'm actually enthralled by that kind of shit. If a game starts getting eerie, I love
Yeah.
it. If it just goes out of the norm, I'm like, okay, this is actually going to be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go.
And not just like jump scares, but like the actual sort of we're gonna creep into the back of your head and
Yeah.
put scary. It doesn't even have to be like boom and it spooks. It's like
Yeah,
that looks kind of creepy. What the heck? It grows on you. You're like, oh my god.
yeah. Fuck. No, there's a moment in my head that I'm struggling to remember what game it was. I can't even describe the scene because it's just one still image, but I guess that's more creepy
That's the
than
worst.
fucking
Still images.
Yeah,
I hate that
and you
shit.
can't piece it together. I'm trying to look at the posters I have in my room here, even. But
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
not
none of these
scared
games.
looking around at all the dark spots.
Yeah, I didn't realize how dark it fucking got. Holy shit.
This is fine.
Yeah.
It's all good. We got this keyboard. Go
Yeah.
on.
I
That's
think some points in Bloodborne scared me a bit, but I was getting to older points in my life, so I guess maybe it wasn't too scary for me, but I just love the feel of it. But yeah, I can't figure out what I'm trying
Scariest gamer moment. Minecraft.
to Herobrine hopped into my
Herobrine.
game. He started bleeding blood out of his mouth at me.
Seriously, one of my scariest gamer moments.
Yeah.
Minecraft. This was like
Just-
really early. This was
Oh,
like
okay.
I don't know if like Enderman came out, was already sort of like a mob or an enemy, but at least this was like I didn't even know about them, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in a big recliner chair with the laptop, burning my leg.
Oh yeah, of
You know,
course. I love that
And
shit.
I was building like
Well, I don't love it, but you know.
yeah, like shitty Toshiba whatever satellite.
Yeah.
So I'm just innocently in the trees. It's nighttime,
Yeah.
and I'm building little tree houses. You know, it's still early. I don't really know. Like,
Yeah.
I knew the game, but I wasn't a game master like I am now. Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
You didn't have the
out,
gamer chops quite
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
Yeah, I completely understand.
And it sounds like the most typical creepypasta.
I know.
I saw this figure far away in the trees, and it started coming closer to me, teleporting, leaving a trail of purple dust behind it wherever it went.
Oh, that must have been creepy. If you didn't know about Enderman, that would have actually been terrifying.
And I looked it right in the eyes. You know how they shake and they open their mouth?
Yeah.
I felt true terror just then.
Yeah.
And,
Well, it's the unknown.
oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, and when something like that sneaks up on you, fucking holy shit.
And I watched it for a long time. It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Again, creepypasta. Like, it's vibrating. I was frozen.
Yeah.
And then it teleports, and I was, out of hunger. I was about to die.
Yeah.
It teleports to me, kills me instantly. The laptop gets thrown off my legs onto
Yeah.
the floor. Everything destroyed. And I was like, what the fuck was
Yeah.
that?
Here's another one that is actually kind of a creepypasta thing I completely forgot about. I had to look at my Steam list to figure out if I could remember it. But yeah, Batman Arkham Asylum, I used to have it on my PS3. I think I still do. But when I first played that, there's a scene where it's when you first meet Scarecrow. You know how Scarecrow likes to fuck with you. He's the scary
he's got
guy.
the gas.
He's such a fucking cool villain, and it's like the only guy I like in Batman, other than like I guess the Joker, because Joker's just kind of one of those villains that everybody can kind of like in some degree. But Scarecrow, when you first are introduced to him, you start walking into this room, and then the game starts glitching. I thought the game was actually glitching, and then it replays the first scene, but I was actually fucking scared of what was going on. And then I think you start going through the beginning cutscene, but you're playing as the fucking Joker.
Oh.
And like that actual scene just fucked with my fucking 12-year-old brain. I was like, I can't handle this. So I had to I think I got to the next point where it saved and I had to stop because I was afraid the game was going to do it again. It was fucking mortifying, but I did very much enjoy that scene.
Wow.
Yeah.
This has been creepiest gamer moments. Okay.
Yeah. Creepiest gamer moments filled with autism. That was a weak joke.
Too much of the tism is going on here.
Yeah, that's normal.
So, do you want me to check the list again?
Yeah, check the list again. I didn't write a list, then I should have. I was even thinking about it. I was like, fucking write a list, boy. Otherwise, we're not going to get anywhere with this. I'll probably just start talking about Shin Megami Tensei again.
So, you ever feel nostalgia for something that you didn't even grow up with? Or you shouldn't be nostalgic for? But you sort of are?
Oh, I even showed you earlier with Shin Megami Tensei. With the Tokyo theme. That was very nostalgic. Same with Persona 2. There's a theme in the game that is very nostalgic feeling, and whenever I listen to those tracks, I feel nostalgic, even though I haven't played those games until like these very recent years.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can kind of agree. It's always with music for me, but it's not video game like.
That's like Super Mario RPG.
Yeah.
The music in that just gets me. Like I've seen it. I've never played it. I don't know what's going on.
All I remember of that game is fucking Nintendo Capri Suns.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Speaking of deep cut, like not so much anymore. Like I try, even the vlogs I try. It's not.
I can't watch it.
It doesn't
anymore.
feel as good. Like I think. I don't want to say it's degraded in quality. Yeah. But like when I go back and watch the old vlogs, I sort of have it. I'm like, you're connecting, you're feeling something. Now it's like, yeah, it's there, but it's just sort of maybe I've grown out of it. Yeah. But then why do the old ones still get to me?
Yeah, that's true.
Or is that just nostalgia?
It could just be nostalgia, but
he was the bomb though for a bit.
I very much enjoyed him. He was my favorite out of the three of those boys. Then I became Proton John. Now he doesn't upload anymore. All he does is stream. So. I think the only one who really kind of I do watch that uploads is Chugga, but that's very
shout out to Chugga. Shout out to Nintendo Capri Sun. Shout out to this handsome boy right here in front of me.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't expecting that. I do watch some. Okay, so I was telling you about Dokapon Kingdom earlier with fucking talking about fucking Drinky Boys up in this bitch. I got that from watching the Runaway Guys because they were doing that. It is a fucking party game RPG. Imagine Mario Party, but it's a fucking 70-hour RPG.
That'd be kind of cool.
It's a really neat game.
What's it called again?
Dokapon Kingdom. And they've been playing it since, but I think they took a break because they recorded so many parts. And then I think in one of the recent parts, Chugga screwed over John really fucking badly. I think he killed him. So they had to go all the way back, even though he was fighting this boss for like ages upon ages. I think Chugga eventually did win against the boss, even though he easily could have died. But fucking, holy shit, it was really funny to watch. But the game's really fun and exciting. It's a very fun game. Don't make a drinking game out of it, though. It is. We started off with the rules very simple. Like, hey, you die, you take a shot. You lose, fucking do something like this, whatever, you take a shot. And then we're like, this isn't happening fast enough. We're not getting drunk fast enough. It has been an hour or two. We are not getting anywhere. Let's ramp it up a bit. So, when you die, you either get cherubs, you get death, and I think one is stars or something. One is worse. One is you lose 3 turns, one is 2 turns, one is 1 turn. Depending on how bad you got it, I think if it was 1 turn, you took a sip. You get 2 turns, you take 2 sips. You get 3 turns, you take a shot. And then we're like, every time someone buys a village, everyone takes a shot. And like fucking, it kept adding on rules on top of it. You lose a battle, you take a drink, even if you don't die. You die, you fucking, oh fuck. It got messy really fast. And like, it got to the point, I don't know what it was, but at that moment in time, I thought it would be really funny. I was like, Jeremy, it'd be really funny if we kissed on the mouth.
Yeah.
And I legitimately thought it would be really funny. I don't know why. I was like, that's just going to be the funniest thing this moment.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, the idea's funny.
Sounds funny, yeah.
And then I got really hot, of course, so I took off my shirt because that's what happens when you get drunk. And when you start getting hot, it means you're probably going to throw up. So, of course, I did eventually throw up. But before then, I think to try and cool myself off, I started fucking bobbing my head up and down. Jeremy was like, you fucking... It was like I was a fucking... You know those fucking bird dipper things? The fucking
What?
Dip their heads in, like, water and bounce off. That was not a good explanation.
I love the...
I've never actually seen one.
I've never seen one in real life either, but I want one.
I would love to have that, like,
How
on my
does it
desk.
even work?
I don't know.
Is it taking in water? Is it putting out water?
It's just bouncing off the water.
It's mesmerizing.
It is very mesmerizing.
I fucking love it.
So I threw up all over my floor and the coffee table there. John threw up on my chair. So we had to throw the fucking thing that was on top of the chair, and that's why it's all fucking cracked, just because I don't have the seat things on it. John threw up all over his clothes, so John had to... He didn't have a shirt on when I woke up that morning. I just looked, I was like, what the fuck's going on here? All I remember is that... is going to bed. I just disappeared, and then I woke up in bed, and I was like, Jeremy, make sure the door's closed, no cats come in here. And he was like, okay. I had a bucket next to me and everything, and that was it. Passed out, woke up the next morning. I don't know when. You can see it on my fridge now. It's still there. It's just kind of wiped off a little bit because it's old. It's an old message from like over a year ago now. It was like not last March, but the March before. Jeremy has a message that's like, Tyler is a very sleepy boy. Pretty good boy, or something along that line. I can't remember it. And then he signed it D, capital D, capital J, E, lowercase e. I was like, is that G?
That's excellent.
Oh, it was a grand time. I very much enjoyed it. It was a fucking goofy ass game. It was on my computer, was by my TV too, so we could just play on my TV and not on my computer. It was a grand old time. I very much enjoyed it, but we don't do it very much anymore because
because they all died.
Yeah, in a tragic accident. I mean, last time when I went up to Kelowna to visit them, Jeremy and I drank together. Nick did too. Tristan was a baby bitch. So he didn't. John had like one drink, and then he was like, I can't do it anymore.
Oh my god.
So he stopped doing it. I mean, it makes sense because it was sugary drink, so maybe he shouldn't have been drinking it. So I am okay with him stopping, but it did kind of suck because in the moment I was like, Johnny, you got a Drake boy. Because I was already I was gone.
Well, he's always like, yes, I used to drink that.
Yeah, he definitely makes himself out to drink a lot more than he actually does. I imagine he might have been more of a partier back then, and just now it's more talk, but he doesn't actually know that his limits are way, way down. Just to give him the benefit of the doubt. Because I completely understand, like...
Oh, I can barely drink, so I shouldn't be saying anything.
I wasn't able to drink that much either because of the fucking family reasons, so I'll leave it at that. But now I can. I can moderate myself. I don't need to fucking... I could have a rum and coke in front of me right now and take sips as I go, and I'd be fine. I wouldn't go overboard.
Alcoholic beverage?
Yeah. There was some... Because at Christmas time, Jeremy came down... we played Smash Brothers, like, Ultimate on TV, and we were taking shots as we went along. We couldn't go too far because we had to go to his grandmother's, my aunt's place, the next day, so we didn't go that hard. John had fucking cherry whiskey and 2 cans of Coke, and cherry whiskey is really fucking good. You cannot taste the alcohol. I always can taste the alcohol in drinks.
Yeah, same.
But it is cherry Coke.
I gotta try that maybe.
I was actually
Sounds good.
I keep meaning to buy some because it's so fucking good, but I would go overboard on that shit. Fucking
Oh yeah.
someday we'll try it later. Maybe fucking it's a good old time. But John had like 3 glasses of that, so of course John the next day was fucking dead, and he's been eating sweets all fucking Christmas long because it's Christmas time.
Mhm.
It's time to do it. Might as well. But yeah, no, it was a fucking. He was dead. It was not a pretty sight. John was like, I want to go home. So we dropped him off at home and we went over to his grandparents, which was still a fun time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it was New Year's. That's what it was. Yeah.
Decent.
Right, John had work pretty quickly. I think the day after too or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it was fucking. It was a fine time. Even. I had a hiccup. I'm sorry. You ever have those hiccups where it like makes you burp a little bit too?
Oh yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, it's one of those.
I hate when it's like you get the feeling of a burp,
Yeah.
but then nothing comes. You breathe out a little bit of air.
Yeah.
It doesn't even do anything, and then you get that little gurgle of bubbles.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck is my throat doing?
Yeah.
I hate that.
I hate when you have you know you have a burp coming, but your body won't let it eject. It's like
Yeah, it's what are you waiting for? Come on.
I don't got time for this shit. Yeah, I hate that. It's not fun. Now I'm gonna take a quick pee.
Okay.
I gotta go pee really badly. I had to since before we started, but then I didn't go, and now I'm regretting it.
I'm just gonna chill out. Maybe I'll talk. Maybe I won't.
Yeah, you don't have to. I can just cut this
Maybe,
part out.
All right.
Mm.
Wait, I
You
love
jerk
you.
off a little bit if you want.
Whoa.
Don't put on
Whoa.
keyboard. Don't put on the keyboard because it's a very precious keyboard.
All right.
I don't want
Okay,
it on my
just
keyboard.
chill out.
Not on the
Just
mouse either.
Okay. Good fuck. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm just ruining everything. I don't have very many things on this list anymore. All I got now is Resident Evil. I like Resident Evil. Number 2, the new one is very good. The old one's good. The new one is also good. That's the only new game I've played, pretty much. I play Minecraft, but I'm not ashamed of saying it. Sometimes, you got a gaming guilty pleasure. I'm gonna yell franchises into the microphone so we can tag them and get views. Pokemon, Digimon, X-Men, Marvel, Star Wars, Disney. I don't like Disney that much. It's kind of fucking overrated. The Ghibli movies are pretty good, but that comes from Japan, and Japan.
No, we didn't turn off the lights so it's atmosphere.
Oh, you can do whatever you want. I was kind of digging the lights. That was pretty cool.
I was even thinking about putting we can't play sound on it because it'll play through my speakers, but I was thinking about like putting you get a peach glass instead.
Oh.
I don't want to make too much noise because it's got boom the mic. I was gonna put a fireplace on the left screen in the meantime, but
I love Yoshi. I don't usually like characters and mascots and stuff, but Yoshi, I like Yoshi.
he commits tax fraud, so I don't know. That's a stupid meme, actually. Well, that's a fine meme. I don't mind it too much, I guess.
Does he even have proper hands to do taxes?
Look at his hands.
Oh yeah, he's oh. Ew.
Grabbing the fruit by the
He's got
hand.
like human hands.
He does have human hands. It's a little weird.
If you could have a Yoshi, what color would it be?
Did you ever play Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door?
Played one of them. Is that the Wii one?
It's the GameCube one.
No, I've only played the Wii one.
Put this one on. The Wii one's
That's awesome. Wait, you know what Tyler just did? He went on YouTube and he searched up Fireplace 10 hours.
I did
full
not
HD.
search that specific. I just searched Fireplace.
That's amazing.
like the first thing that popped up. I think that is perfect.
I'm so happy you did that.
Anyway, in Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, you got a Yoshi partner. That the longer you took to hatch it, the different it would be a different color.
Oh.
So if you wanted a specific color, you would do the quest in this amount of time, and then you would get that color. It's really neat.
That's awesome.
So the faster Yoshis get, get the proper green color, and I think if you wait long enough, you get a black one. Is the last one you get, which is really neat. It's nice and customizable. Fucking Wheelon is like I think I'd chewed your off on that game. It's a fucking sublime game.
Yeah.
Even if the gameplay isn't perfect, the story is so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Absolutely. There's one part in it where you got to sort of run in like a hamster wheel to collect coins.
Oh, did you actually do it?
I was the biggest idiot. I left the game on overnight. I didn't even have tape to hold down the button, so I put a toothpick in between the button and the groove under the button. I left it on overnight. It didn't even get to like 1/10 of how much I needed. So I was like, okay, this is not the way to do it.
No, you have to go around and then
talk to some boy and
do a quest to get the right amount of coins, and then you could do it. I really like that quest because it's stupid. I like stupid bullshit like that. How far did you get in that game? Did you beat it ever?
I think I got most of the way, but I watched like my brother or someone beat it. So yeah.
I love that story. It's a story about love, which is surprising in a Mario game, but it handles it very well too. It's a love and sacrifice is what it is. It fucking puts it to a T. I don't know. I found the motivations of all the characters are really good. In the game, which is not very often in Mario games. And they made Paper Mario Sticker Star and then forgot completely about story.
Oh yeah. But I like all the pixie things that you get.
Oh, the pixels, yeah.
Yeah, those are cool.
I like those, yeah. They're more of a gameplay gimmick, but I still like it. He keeps trying.
His name, cat. What are you doing?
Tibbers.
What are you doing?
He's got pants on.
What do you mean he's got pants on?
Doesn't it look like he has pants?
No.
You're fucking
What are you
crazy.
talking about?
Like he's got pants on his hind legs.
Yeah.
He's got like chaps.
These little shorts. How's it going?
You're like 10 years old now.
You're an old man.
He is an old man cat. You got any more topics on that bitch?
The rest of them kind of suck. Where did my... Okay, I lost my phone.
Oh, it's right here.
When did I put it there?
I have no idea.
What the heck?
Yeah, I get it. I get you here.
Checking it out. So the other ones are just Resident Evil 2. I like the backtracking, and then there's... I just wrote down Minecraft trash. I got that out of the way.
You got that out of the way.
Fuck Jesus.
Tibbers.
Oh my God.
Just leave it down. Because he won't be able to knock it over again.
And then I put, why does the British PM look so weird and move weird? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh my God. There's even like a meme about it, like, cause just like weird.
Threesome. Oh yeah. Never mind. I don't know what
Like,
you're talking about.
when she's walking across the stage, all like an alien, and when she's kneeling to the queen, she does this weird thing with her legs.
Yeah.
What makes her so weird? Is it just her limbs are too long?
She might be handicapped. Might be a handicapped person. Maybe she's physically handicapped.
Oh my God.
In a certain aspect. I don't know. I think she's just a fucking weirdo, maybe.
Okay, solve that one. She's just a fucking weirdo.
Yeah. Oh, you still have that, yeah.
You're the only person in my phone that has a picture, and that's the picture.
Oh.
The really blurry one with you with the Wii U.
I should have sent you the other one with... It's a picture of me when I'm 6. I'll have to find it. It's just this fucking blurry-ass picture, and my smile's like...
You just suck your
Yes,
jaw.
no, I am sucking my jaw in the picture. I don't know... I guess I understand fucking...
This is pre-beard Tyler.
This is pre-beard, yeah.
Do you remember Tyler without a beard?
You're asking me.
He's a separate person. Oh, man.
I mean, in some fashion, I guess. I kind of want to keep the fucking gross neckbeard part of it, but I kind of don't at the same time. Because like I was looking at beards, I'm like, well, most of them just have it shaped up to here, but
Don't do that.
yeah.
Don't do that. Don't like shave it along the line of your jaw.
Yeah.
That ruins it. Like, just keep doing what you're doing, or even maybe
If it starts growing out right here, it'll block this
yeah,
anyway.
like
so.
you can even move it up, but don't do because that
Yeah.
like if it's really short, that's fine. But if you're having
I
it
should
any
just-
sort of length, it just destroys
I
it.
should just have these long ass hairs with pencil thin.
I hate that. Why? Why would you want that? Why
I don't-
does anyone want that?
I don't understand the pencil thin beard kind of deal. It just fucking stop.
No more, please.
Yeah, I mean, on some people it does look nice, but it just kind of makes you look like a fucking. Makes you look like a
Weirdo.
salesman.
It makes
Like,
you look like
uh,
a salesman.
You're gonna sell me a fucking massage chair or something that is not
Okay,
proper.
out of all the things someone with a pencil thin like mustache could sell, a massage chair, I would not trust that.
Yeah.
Because he'll be like, "Oh, I'll be back in 1 minute," and you sit in the chair, he goes behind the chair, he's the one grabbing you. You gotta watch out for those guys.
He's just going to simulate the vibrating sounds.
Get out of my good chair. I'm buying a stinking chair from you, crazy man.
Fucking crazy guy.
Oh, I wish I wrote down more stuff.
I was thinking of stuff. I just have to fucking look through.
Because I wrote all that's just from yesterday. I had
Yeah.
like 0 ideas today. Oh my goodness. You know, the fire's ablazing.
Fires ablazing.
You know, it's getting dark out. People are going to bed. Some people are probably breaking into cars, stealing stuff.
I bet you people are breaking into cars stealing stuff.
They're breaking into my car right now.
Yeah, this is the neighborhood for it. So I actually found it's pretty good. Aside, if you're a mailbox, you're definitely gonna get broken into eventually.
Don't be a mailbox.
Yeah, but if you're gonna be a car, you'll be fine. You'll be perfect.
What are they going to take? My bread and the bananas?
Yeah. Do they keep well in your car?
Well, I bought a bunch of like 6.
Oh, okay.
Or no, it's like 8.
Yeah.
And I've just been eating like 2 a day.
Mm.
And there's 2 left. And they're like, if I eat it by tomorrow, it will be fine.
Yeah,
And I'm going to, so.
that's fair. Okay.
The bread, completely fine. Peanut butter, I mean, you could like
Peanut butter,
throw
fucking.
peanut butter into the sun. And
Yeah.
like nothing would happen.
Are you using like all natural peanut butter? Or are you just using?
No,
Yeah.
I went for the cheapest, like
Yeah.
non-brand, just regular ass.
I do find that I actually do enjoy the all natural stuff a little tiny bit more,
Oh yeah,
but I hate mixing it. So fucking, I
Yeah.
don't want to bother with it.
and it's a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
Like I even tried the almond butter, almond
Oh.
peanut butter stuff. That was really nice. It just sort of,
It's probably way more expensive.
oh yeah, like
Yeah.
it felt like peanut butter. It sort of tasted like it, but
Yeah.
without that sort of peanut taste. It was
Huh.
exactly the same, but without that bit of,
Yeah.
you know,
Can you eat peanuts on its own?
me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it is about peanuts. I can eat them,
Mm-hmm.
but I can never eat them in excess. I can eat a
Really?
handful and then I'll have to stop because I don't like the peanut taste on its own. I
I like it.
I might just associate it too much with peanut butter, and that might be why.
Oh yeah.
So I'm expecting that sweet taste of peanut butter.
You ever chew it for a really long time and then it starts to taste like peanut butter?
No, maybe that's what I'm missing.
Like put in a mouthful, chew, it literally just becomes peanut butter. It tastes the same.
Mm,
Gross saliva-y peanut
Ew.
butter.
that's fun.
Spit it out, put it on a sandwich.
Did I
There
put
you
on
go.
your girlfriend?
If you're into that. I think you wouldn't use something like, well, I guess peanut butter. Yeah,
Peanut
'cause-
butter is definitely used in
Well,
something.
no, I
of
was
that
just
fashion.
thinking like, wouldn't you want something nicer, like a vanilla something? But then I'm like, yeah, I guess the texture works because you're like,
Mm.
I'm gonna get this peanut butter off of this spoon.
It's fucking-
Oh
whipped cream works really good off of, you know.
yeah,
That's really fun. I like that. I can't eat. I was doing that with my lady, and fucking, this is whipped cream. It was a good time, having a good time. And then I was like, Too much whipped cream.
What if you just... There's always the fear of, like, you start getting out of the sexual, and then you're just, I'm enjoying this whipped cream. So instead of,
You
like...
start putting it in your mouth.
Instead of all, like, it's more just...
just flick it off with your finger.
Going into the dark side, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Then after a while, it just kind of gets sticky, and then your mouth gets all sticky. And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I mean, sticky titties are okay, but fucking after a while, beards are not fun with the stickies.
Yeah. Oh, my God. You know, anything in excess, you know?
Yeah.
Probably not the greatest, you know? Yeah,
Should
just
I?
enjoy yourself.
Should I twist my mustache up like this?
Yes.
Like an evil villain?
Please.
I've tried keeping it, and then eventually it's
You
like
need to buy something to put in there.
I need to get like beard gel. I have beard oil to help with like cleaning it.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking beard gel is what I need. Fucking twist it up. That'd be perfect. That'd fit me very well. I don't think it would fit me very well, but you know, fucking it'd be fun for a day. Like how when Jeremy straightens his hair,
Yeah.
like
Well,
it'd fuck with people. I mean,
You
mine
know what
would be.
fucks with me?
Hmm.
Jeremy with short hair. That
Oh.
fucks with me.
Oh, have you seen pictures of him with short hair when he was younger?
It fucks me up.
Because he never had long hair. When we hung out until I was like 12, and then we stopped hanging out until high school.
Mhm.
And then he had long hair. And I was like, wait a minute, this isn't the Jeremy I remember. But I
have
think
the
his-
complete opposite.
Yeah, I do think his long hair is better. So
Mhm.
no, I definitely agree with him having long hair.
It's just, I don't know. Something happens when it's not long. It just,
Yeah.
that's not the man I fell in love with.
He was telling me, because you know where my hair is going. It's leaving. So never coming back unless I don't know. I've been thinking about trying some shit with that. I'm not afraid to say I could try some fucking Rogaine or whatever.
That happens to so many people.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about trying that for a bit, and if that doesn't work, then he was telling me, he's like, I think he would look really good like with hair like his dad's. Like how Mr. Cut has.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that actually might not be too bad. I think I could pull that off with the facial hair. Work really good too.
He's also a handsome boy.
He is a very
Yeah,
handsome
he's
man.
talking about these two handsome boys.
Oh. Yeah.
Just, talking about some games, handsome boys in front of this nice
Yeah.
fire
This is a nice.
that's on a screen.
Yeah. Did you? Maybe you didn't watch it. I don't know. You have a girlfriend now. You might go watch movies now. I don't know. Did you watch Pet Sematary at all?
No.
It's a recent movie.
No, I saw, like, How to Train Your Dragon and, like,
There's
Mulan and all that now.
Oh, are those out now?
Well,
Or like
we
movies you went back to?
Well, there's a new How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, I didn't know
So we
that.
saw that.
Okay, I watched the new Pet Sematary. And like,
Pet Cemetery.
yeah,
Doesn't sound like a nice...
it's a horror movie.
Oh.
Yeah. Basically, there's the cemetery, and past the cemetery, there's this like forbidden land that people aren't really supposed to go on. It's
Neverland.
yeah. But if you bury like your pet there, it will come back,
Oh.
but more aggressive. But people keep going back there because they like the idea of I can bring this back, and that's awesome, even if it's mean. Eventually, they'll probably put it down again just because it's mean. It's going to just keep attacking people. But this is spoilers for Pet Sematary, I guess. Stop listening. Eventually the daughter dies. She gets hit by a fucking semi.
Oh my god.
There's like semis just rolling through the fucking roads for whatever reason all the goddamn time. The girl got hit by a semi. She died. He was like, okay. Their funeral scene, eventually digs her back out of their fucking grave and then brings her to the Forbidden Land and revives her. Then she comes back and she's like, I'm pretty sure I was dead. He's like, no, that didn't happen. And she's like, I don't know. Yeah, like that exactly, that facial expression. And then eventually she starts going all fucking crazy and starts killing people.
Oh.
But there's lots of points in the movie that just didn't make sense. There's this one character that only shows himself to the dad and the 4-year-old boy. I don't know why he even shows up to the 4-year-old boy. He just exists. Might have been my cat fucking with the door, whatever you're looking at.
Yeah, I was like, because your cat's laying down, and I was
Yeah.
like, is that the shadow of fucking Shoes just standing there? No, it's just the cat.
Shoes sounds like a Sonic character. Shoes the rabbit.
Shoes. It's a cat.
I know. Shoes the cat.
Big the cat. Small the cat. Medium the cat.
They
Okay,
show
what were
up.
you saying?
So there's this fucking character that shows up in front of the young boy all the time for no reason. He just shows up there to scare him for whatever reason. It's supposed to make... I think it's supposed to make you scared, but it doesn't make me scared. And he shows up to the dad all the time, too, to be like, you shouldn't go up there. And the dad's like, I know. Then he goes up there anyway and revives people. And eventually, the whole plot of the movie revolves around the girl killing everybody and bringing her family and making them also undead, basically. But the plot brings up Wendigos. And then it doesn't go... It says, Wendigos are pretty scary guys. I think the Wendigo lives up there. And then I think what the movie's trying to say is it's the Wendigo's power that's bringing these people back. And because it's cursed land, they're going to be angry.
Can you just explain Wendigo? Not for me, but for people who might not know what it is.
Oh, Wendigo
Totally not me.
is
I know what it is.
I guess it's not a demon, but it's a monster in Native American folklore.
Oh, okay.
It's
What's it look like?
so fucking I don't fucking know. There's a lot of different ways that it looks. You'd have to look it up basically. But Wendigos, they're very scary beings. They like to hunt and eat people basically. Turn them into Wendigos.
1 to 10, how scary?
I love the ideas of Wendigos. They can be they're a good 7.
Okay.
They're basically zombies but spookier.
So everyone, if you're counting there at home, about a 7 scary.
7
A
scary.
7 scary.
Scary at 11.
Out of 12.
Yeah. I like Wendigos, so I was excited to see it in the movie, but then it was like it didn't go anywhere. They mentioned the Wendigo once in the movie, then
I hate that.
it never got brought up again. And I know that's what they're hinting at, but it's too open, I feel. Instead of the Wendigo coming back, it's just they focus on the family, which is fine. That was the focus of the movie, but don't mention the Wendigo. Just say this land is cursed. That's all they had to say.
Yeah.
But they're like the Wendigo.
Or if you do give that detail, you gotta feed into it. You can't just... There's a rock there.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Well,
do something.
it's that bullshit guy is reading a book and then he's like, that's the Wendigo. And it's like, okay, Grandpa Stevens, it's the Wendigo. He's like, yep. It lives around here. And then it just fucking never comes up again. I think you see it in the background a couple times, which is neat.
Oh yeah, that's kind of...
I love that. But it's like 3 times I counted. Maybe it's more and I just wasn't paying attention. It's like this caribou looking ass thing with walking like on like fucking people legs. It's neat, but it just doesn't show up enough or isn't mentioned enough. It's just kind of once Wendigo and then they show up throughout the movie, which I do think is neat, but it could have been expanded upon. And I felt like the movie was a little unfocused because of that and other reasons, of course, but fucking that's movies nowadays. They loved building up jump scares too. But there was like one that was actually really good. Jump scares are good when you are actually knowing there's going to be a jump scare.
Are you sure? Isn't it when you don't know?
It's when you don't know there's going to be a jump scare that I hate.
Build up.
Build up is good.
Also...
Build up is always good, is what I think. Jump scares are bad when they just happen. If you're sitting here looking at that fireplace and all of a sudden it was like, ah!
Okay, don't, because I'm getting paranoid now.
That would be terrifying, right? It'd be scary, but it wouldn't be good scary. It'd be like, fuck you, don't do that, that's stupid. It's like a little kid saying fucking boo. I hate that shit, but when a movie's...
Boo, haunted house.
When a movie's like, look at my hand. And it's like going like this.
Gets you.
And it's getting closer and closer to you, and then the lights turn out, and then it's like, snap. It's like, okay, that was spooky.
A big foot's in your face.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a hand.
Yeah. You were anticipating it, but you just didn't know when, and it's mortifying because of it, and then the big scare happens. I think that's okay. But because there was a build-up. Horror is good when it has build-up. It's not good when it's just... Gotcha! But that's just because I'm a fucking horror asshole. There's this one movie here called The Martys that I have that is really good. That does that really well, where it likes to build up on its plot rather than, boo, scared you. Not the remake by the Blumhouse, but the original version from the France. It's all in French.
Yeah, France has got some good stuff.
Mhm.
I like France.
Me too.
You got
I like a lot of Europe. I noticed a lot of music I listen to comes from Europe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A lot of bands I listen to, like Lordi, they're a monster band.
Yeah.
They are Finnish. Scar Symmetry, like I was showing you earlier, they are Swedish. Whoever else? I like the Gorillaz. They're still in my top 10 bands. They... Fucking England.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's along that line. I noticed I really like European stuff more. There's a lot of American bands I've gotten into now.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Canadian bands, too. Like, there's this Quebecois band I've been listening to lately. Well, I guess not lately, but I listen to every so often, and they're pretty good, too. So, it's just some local stuff, but a lot of it is just over there.
Over there. Yeah, I should get into more of that. Because most of the stuff I listen to is either from here or the U.S. Alice in Chains, rock and roll music.
The rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. What's a good American band that I like? Well, I showed you The Arc Spire earlier, which I do think is still criminally underrated for who they are. Otherwise, I just fucking can't think of any. Other than this, I can look at the artists that I listen to. But like, Wheeler, that's a good guy. He released a new album.
Undertale, Toby Fox.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
He released...
Okay, honestly, that guy is actually an artist, okay?
He is very talented.
I know there's tons of fucked people liking that kind of stuff, and lots of the, what's it called? That comic with the gray people and the horns. Lots of those fans jumped on Undertale, so that's sort of what... I can't remember. Sonny and Cher.
No. It's a very... Homestuck.
Holmes, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they're bad or nothing, but they...
No, Homestuck's fine from what I've understood.
It seems a lot of a particular kind of person spoiled.
Yeah. What I found... And I follow this to a T now. I heard someone say you cannot... if you say a game's good, you gotta be like... You can't say the fan base is bad because you are part of the fan base, but I vehemently disagree with that. I can't remember who said it. It was a long time ago. But that's a horrible way of looking at fucking fan bases. You can't just be like, the fan base is pretty shit, therefore the game is shit.
Yeah.
No, the game can be shit and the fan base can be shit, but fucking they are not mutually connected. They are separate entities. I'm not going to look at Undertale and think it's a bad game because the Undertale fan base is a bunch of fucking screaming banshees.
Yeah, that's like Minecraft, excellent game. All my life when I was a kid, I wanted a game that was just you build Legos and do shit. That's what that game is. It's Legos done perfect. All these Lego games, I know there's some people that, and I played a few, and I get it. But I wanted an actual Lego game. That's what building. Yeah, that's what Minecraft is, and it has its own flavor. I like the survival. I'm always into the Bear Grylls and the knives. Oh, okay. I like all that, and Undertale. It's a cute game. Yeah, it's a piece of art.
Well written.
He's a brilliant composer.
Holy
a good writer.
Shit, yeah.
He's got some talented artists on there. Funny dude.
Even if he stopped making games, I would just hope he composed music.
Shout out to
Brendan Fraser.
Tom Fulp.
For breaking new grounds.
Rest in peace, Newgrounds.
It's still
Toby Fox.
Yeah. Newgrounds is still alive.
Is Toby Fox a furry?
I don't know. He doesn't...
He's a furry influencer.
He definitely is a furry influencer. I don't think he's a furry himself, though.
Oh, okay.
I think... He's not very open about himself, which is fine. You don't have to be very open about yourself if you're a game developer. You're not a fucking figure. You're a guy who made a game. I don't think you have to be open about what's going on in your personal life, so whatever. But yeah, definitely fucking... After Undertale, furries definitely became a little bit more mainstream because the characters are aminals.
You know, you have some mommy characters, and you know they start off as mommy characters, but then they become mommy characters. You know.
You ever see Undertale fucking porn?
Yeah.
It's not. It's not very good, but it was a rabbit hole I ventured down. I was like, this is just furry porn, but they're trying not to. They're pretending it's not furry porn. They're like, I jerk off to Toriel. I couldn't remember her name. It's just an Undertale character.
There's this one artist who, like, you know, did sort of lewd pictures of that character, but the thing about it, it's so well drawn. And the shading is so on point. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
But
it looks so crisp. It's like an actual piece of art. It just, unfortunately, the content of it through a certain angle is kind of weird. Like, you know, that's fine.
There's some furry artists I see where I'm like, holy shit, this is so good art, but it's all furry porn, and I wish it was something else.
I do some, like, shitty little doodles, right? So I know how difficult it can get, even doing something not even that good.
Drawing naked ladies looks like it's the hardest thing.
Well, like, for me, like, I don't know, I guess I was, like, afraid of women.
Oh, yeah.
So there was that barrier of, like, I felt like I was doing something wrong at first. And it took me literally years to get over and be like, fucking, I'm going to do it. Even doing, like, womanly shapes, it was uncomfortable. I'm like, Jesus is going to kill me.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I used to not be able to talk at all about, like, the type of ladies I was into because, like, it just felt weird talking about it at first, and then...
You know what my cop-out would be?
What?
Cop.
Yeah. What do you mean, cop?
So mine would always, like, because this was when I was young, like 6 or 7 or 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I had cousins who were like 20, whatever, 30, whatever.
Yeah.
And whenever family would ask me, for some reason, I'd always be like, I'm into goth chicks, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Even from that young age, I was like, yeah, that's what I like. And I didn't even know really what I was saying.
Yeah.
But for some reason, that would always be my answer.
I know a guy who's really into goth chicks. It's Melvin from earlier that we were talking about. He was always a very gothy boy when he was younger. He's not now. He grew out of that. He was like, it was kind of stupid. You can look at old pictures of him. He has fucking...
Yeah.
That long Leon S. Kennedy hair.
Like, I can't, with my hair, I'm not
playing. No, your hair's too curly. You'd have to straighten that shit every day. Well, he definitely didn't have the... I mean, I guess he technically had the body type. He was just a bigger guy. So he had stretchers in his ears. His ears are still stretched from it because that just doesn't go away. You got piercings on his lips that just will never go away.
Some people looks good. Some people looks trash. I
think he... I think he dyed his hair pink once. Then he changed it because he was like, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to make that mistake.
And, like, a lot of chicks who do it and who just don't pull it off, they got that, like, rat face. They got that mouse rat face where it's perfectly round and they're pointy right in the middle. Yeah. It's like, you can't do it. I'm sorry. It doesn't work.
What do you think about... Because I've noticed with some girls, they like to color their hair, and then it's like, it looks good on some, and then some don't pull it off quite right because they pick the wrong color or something.
There's so many variables. It's the person, the shape of their face, the way they look, their hair type, their hair color, what color they change it to.
Sometimes they don't do it properly, and it looks dry.
Fuck up, it looks weird.
Yeah. I hate that. I hate that kind of look.
Yeah, I would say if you're doing anything like that, it's like getting a tattoo. Start with something small. Get a strand. And then once you know what you're doing, then go wild. Yeah. You know? You can have lime green hair. And if you do it nicely and figure a way to make it work, it can work. Yeah. But you can't just what's the ragtagly jerry rig, put it in, because it's going to look weird.
Yeah. You know what's kind of nice? That because it's like the only reason I actually really care about getting my hair back. I actually don't really give much of a fuck about what's going on up here, but I have natural highlighted hair basically.
Oh.
So like I got blonde hair and like red hair and brown hair all mixed in up there, and it looks really neat.
That's awesome.
When I do have appropriate hair. It's same with my beard where it's not all brown, it's got some blonde and orange in there.
Yeah, what's with that? The random little like crimson. Like I'll get like there's a little bit here.
Oh, you get that there?
If you look really close, you can like pick them out.
Mine is all right here, like in this little tuft here, and it looks neat. I actually do kind of like it. It's from what I'm gonna assume is that when I get older, where that red hair is, it's just gonna fucking gray out there too.
Oh yeah. I didn't even. Yeah. You have a really nice beard. Though. Mine's like not even half in.
I'm the only one in my family who can grow a beard like this.
It's a nice beard. It's like it's got the right shape. It's working.
My brother, because we got Native American blood in it. It is no lie that most Native American people cannot grow a beard. I can say that it's like an Edward pass
nice
for me.
Head hair though.
They do have very nice head hair, me not included. But my brother, it's just patched all the way through. He tried once and it was just horrid. My dad can only grow a mustache. But me, I'm the one who can grow a beard. I don't know where I even get it from, because my grandfather, he can grow something nice like down here, like this. He started doing it recently, because I guess I started something in my family where they're like, facial hair? Okay, that's alright, we'll try that. I don't know why. So my grandfather started doing it too, and we've been like, yeah, you keep it. You keep it. We've been trying to convince him on it because he wants to shave it off, but it actually looks really good, and I've never seen him with it in my life. But he just decided to now, and it's like, no, you keep that, old man. It's cool.
Nice.
I like that kind of stuff. I like gray beards actually.
Like the salt and pepper.
Yeah,
it's nice.
It looks really nice. I do like that coloring.
Shout out to slightly older dudes. Pretty handsome.
Very handsome boys. Yeah. Yeah.
RuneScape's pretty fun.
It's neat. It's not very fun, but
it's really repetitive. But there's little pockets that you get into. You're like, I like to cook. Like I have one friend, this fucking stupid idiot Melvin, who just played it all the time. Got all his things up to 100.
Oh yeah.
Like one of the coolest people I know.
Oh, wasn't it?
His favorite game was RuneScape.
Wasn't that
It was Bryce.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was Bryce. I remembered him talking about it back in high school. Even does he still play it now?
I'm not 100% sure, but like it was pretty recent.
Yeah.
Like
I saw him at a concert a while ago.
That's cool.
I think it was like back in August, maybe. No, it was November. I went to Under Oath and he was there.
That's cool.
I saw him. I was like, Bryce! He looks back. He's like.
Shout out to Bryce.
Yeah, he came up, shook my hand. And he was like, I also have... I didn't actually see her that night. He was like, this one chick I went to high school with, too, that I guess I was okay friends with. We never really talked too much, but when we saw each other, it was like, hey, dude, how's it going?
She better not have had a rat face.
She didn't have a rat face, I don't think. She might now, who knows?
Oh, yeah. It happens.
Yeah. They were at the concert there. I think Travis and Vicky were there, too, actually. That was a little weird, but... I didn't say hi to them either because I didn't know them very well. They're fine people, but like I'm not gonna be like, "Hey, guy I saw in high school that I never spoke to."
He's someone who also cut his hair.
What?
It's short and it's whack, and he's not the man I fell in love with, just like Jeremy.
Jeremy didn't cut his hair. His hair's still long. You got a fuzzy beard, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'd be weird. I don't think I could handle that. They all live down in Calgary now, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why Calgary? I don't know. What's in Calgary?
I guess more concerts to go to and.
Well, Edmonton still has fucking concerts. They often have the. Okay, if it's going to Calgary, it's going to fucking Edmonton.
Yeah. Like 99. Well, maybe there's a lot of more underground stuff, I guess.
Maybe underground. Yeah, there's maybe more venues in Calgary.
They got that TISM, that underground.
Yeah.
Sorta.
Oh, yeah.
They can't deal with real rock and roll like Alice in Chains. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I can go to fucking. Oh, Did I ever tell you about how I went to the last Headley concert completely on accident? That it was going to be the last one, by the way. So it was my first concert in like a long ass time. I hadn't gone since like high school.
Mm-hmm.
My friend was like, I know this isn't the usual thing to go to, but he really liked Headley.
Mm-hmm.
It was Melvin. All my concerts that I go to are with him. So if I'm talking about a concert, I'm there with him. So we went to Headley. We were up in the stands and like the whole fucking time it was super uncomfortable because the audience is full of 12-year-old girls.
I had the exact same experience pretty much.
Oh yeah?
Like, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah,
but this
no,
is
I'll finish later.
I went to go see Weezer in BC. It was outdoors.
You were telling me about that.
And fucking, they had like Panic at the Disco play before Weezer.
Yeah.
And they played that one song. I'm like, oh, I remember that song from when I was young. But the rest of it, I was just sitting down on the grass like, this sucks. They all had blue hair or light blue hair.
Yeah.
But this amazing moment in my life, when they got off stage, 90% of those people, I'm not saying those people are bad, but they all fucking left. And all the regular people came in.
Yeah.
And like, apparently there's something wrong with the stage, so it's taking forever. And then they fucking came out, and it was one of the best shows.
That's
I was
awesome.
rocking it. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But it was like, because they played for hours. Panic at the Disco, or it was one of those.
Yeah, well, they're a very big band, so I'm not surprised they had a lot of stage time
God.
too.
Like, I felt like a pedophile waiting in line. Like, seriously, I was like, don't make eye contact with anyone, any of them. Just stick to it. And fucking, you're here for Weezer, nothing else. And that holy moment happened.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm sorry.
I will continue on. So at the concert, it's like 12-year-old girls fucking everywhere. There's me and Melvin. We're just sitting there like, this is fucking weird. I hope none of them come up here because we're sitting up and like high up in the stands. They were offering us tickets to go down and sit in the front because I guess not all of them sold or not everybody's coming. So it was like, I guess maybe we could come up to the front, but we decided not to because it's better to just sit in the back if you're two grown men at a Headley concert. Headley seemed to want to have this thing where they wanted more adults to be there, even though their whole audience is more 12 to 14. So the whole fucking time, he's like, "What's up, you sexy bitches?" and just shit like that. And it's like, there's fucking children here.
Yeah.
I know that's not
just
what you
egging
want.
them on. That'll just make them like him more if he starts doing that kind of thing.
Yeah. And then, so, concert's over. It was an okay time. I didn't mind it too much. Music's okay. 2 days later, lead singer of Headley under charges for sexual misconduct along those lines.
No.
I think it was with minors, too. So you go down to Red Deer, have a concert there about Headley, and then 2 days later, they're done. The band's over.
Wow.
Yeah. The funny thing was, he was going to bring his girlfriend to it, but she was going to be busy. So he's like, I'll bring you instead just because I have that extra ticket. I was like, okay, cool. That sounds like an alright time. Went. Band fucking died.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's like, I guess you're never going to see them in concert ever.
Well, that's good. At least you got the...
I had the final concert of Headley in my brain, and it was uncomfortable as hell.
That's excellent.
And I went like a month later to Motionless in White. You know what's the best venues? Bar venues.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I don't remember what it's called, but the venue was fucking sublime. It was just like there's a stage in the middle, and you could just kind of gather around it. It was a very casual setting. There's like booths you could sit in if you wanted to and whatnot, and there's enough room for a mosh pit if you ever so chose. It was really good. There's a lot of room. Fucking just nice. The acoustics were amazing because it's a smaller room.
Yeah, because it's a bit more... Some of those places are sort of more built for it.
Yeah.
Whereas these big stadiums, they're meant for sports and just housing a bunch of people.
Yeah. But the best part was, I think it was like Moth to the Flame that was playing, and they were opening for them. They had... There was this... dude who brought his 7-year-old daughter around there. I don't know what her age was. I didn't ask, of course. But she looked around 7. She had earmuffs on, and she was on his shoulders and like at the front of the, like not in the mosh pit, but on the in front of it. And she's just fucking rocking, having a grand old time. The singer's fucking screaming. Then he looks over at this little girl. He fucking flashes a huge smile. Like, holy shit, there's a fucking little girl. It was the sweetest moment I've ever seen at a fucking concert. So that concert solidified. It was like probably one of my favorite concerts. Even though I'm not into any of those bands, it was a good concert.
That's, you know, having a good time.
Yeah. And then Cradle of Filth.
Oh, yeah.
A month ago. That was a fucking...
That
is probably my favorite concert. It was so fucking good. I didn't like one of the opening bands. They were okay. They started off on a real banger and then it just kind of flattened out.
Yeah.
But fucking Danny Filth can just fucking... he
gonna flip his tongue out?
He did. I think he did.
Oh, okay.
He can just fucking inject fucking amazing vocals. I don't know how that man does it, but it was incredible. And it was a kind of a bar venue too. It's called the Starlight Room, and you need a membership to come in. Even it's only like $5, and you can bring a guest. So Melvin had a $5 pass, and we just went in. It was good. I had a few drinks, and I was like, perfect. It was friendly. I was even talking to people that were there, which I usually don't do. It was a good time. I had a very good time. Everybody was having a good time except for one guy. One guy got a little too into the mosh pit and was like, I'm gonna punch you in the head.
Oh, yeah.
There's this one guy who fell to the fucking floor. He was wasted, but he was also in the mosh pit, so he just got discombobulated. He was sitting on the floor. We were trying to help him up, but he just wouldn't fucking get up. He's like, a guy punched me. It's like, nobody punched you. We saw what happened. But he thought he got punched. So he was sitting on the floor for a bit. I was trying to listen to him to see what he wanted. And eventually was like, I want up now. So I helped him up. Then he started talking to me. Started getting close to my face because he was trying to let me hear him and also hear me. He started spitting in my face as he was talking. I was like, man, just go away. Then a fight almost broke out. And then the guy stopped picking fights and then everything was cool. The guy behind me was having a good time talking to him. Fucking, he was like, this is my first Cradle of Filth concert. I was like, it's mine too.
Oh, wow.
It was a grand old time.
A little connection there.
Yeah. Started having a good time talking. He was fucking drunk as shit, so he beat himself and probably forgot half the conversation we had, but it was a good time. I don't think I could get fucking wasted at a concert like that, but I can have a couple drinks, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Just loosen up.
Yeah.
I want to go to a venue like that.
They're very nice.
I've only been to big stadiums.
Well, a lot of bands you probably listen to are more into the big stadium kind of thing.
But I went to like a house show with Brace, where it was literally just a house.
Yeah.
And it was gross. Mud was being tracked in, left, right, and center. This person was passed out and someone was carrying them and just put them in the middle of the mosh pit. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was eating candy. I offered someone candy. They said no, but I felt nice. I had like a nice part. Like being this weird, like I'm just sitting on the couch. Everyone's doing this, pushing everyone.
Yeah.
And there's a nice lady next to me. I'm like, oh, candy.
Yeah.
Maybe it was wild.
You were drugging her, I assume.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, at a concert. Sorry, lady, if fucking Jerry Boy over here was like, you want a little candy over there?
It was whack. They had this big skateboard ramp and people are jumping and falling off it.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah, in the backyard. It was just like a regular ass house.
Yeah.
There was a bathroom, but apparently someone puked in the sink and shat on the floor. So, like, yeah.
There was no real bathroom.
Tons of weed was around.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's every fucking concert.
And, like, when they started moshing, for some reason, my natural instinct, the thing that happened to me, I just started laughing. It was so fucking hilarious. Everyone's pushing each other and like, oh, the people in the front are doing this, trying to hold them back from the band.
Did you end up getting inside the mosh pit at all or no?
I was like pinned against the wall.
Yeah.
Sort of half sitting on a piece of furniture. Yeah. Just like putting my arms out
when you
straight,
get pinned against
laughing.
the wall and it's like, I can't remember what that's called because that's not quite a mosh pit. That's something else.
But everyone was just like pushing and it was, I don't know why, it was just hilarious to me, but It is a
getting
good time.
inside of it is the fucking best. Just fucking,
It's wild.
it's super fun just crashing into people. If you fall down or like get punched in the fucking face,
you're
even
like, that's
you're hurt, but then somebody will pick you right back up. If they think
Yeah.
you're hurt, they'll pull you out and be like, "Are you okay?" It's a fucking everybody's trying to have a good time.
Mhm.
It's a I don't know, fucking I
And
love
most,
that kind of
most of the
environment.
people there were like nice. Like
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna like it was dirty like you would expect. It looked like you expect. It smelled like you expect. But the
Yeah.
people were like a lot nicer.
Well, metal fans are very nice people.
Yeah,
it's
like-
really weird. I find the most calming people are metal fans.
Yeah, and I came in there like a freaking dork. I'm there with my Bob Marley shirt, like what
Yeah.
a loser, whatever.
Yeah.
And this guy was like, "Oh, nice shirt," and we, had a
Yeah.
conversation. There was this other guy. He talking about music. I wasn't really into the music they were playing. Like I liked it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's not something I actively listen to.
Yeah.
But I was talking about Smashing Pumpkins with this one guy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was just an awesome. It was a good time.
I like when I can talk to somebody like I know what type of music they're into, but I can talk about this other genre and they'll also bring up into it. Makes me feel more connected
Yeah.
than if I were to be like, you know this band? No, I just listen to this genre. It's like, oh, okay.
But it kind of showed me like most people are nice. It's just there's a few scummy people. There'll be like
Yeah.
7 scummy people who just sort of can ruin it
Yeah,
if they so choose.
that's true. Yeah, no, one scummy person can really just fucking ruin all the fun if they really wanted to. Fuck, I don't want to hold you. Get out of my arms, Jared.
Your cat. What?
I don't know. Yeah, concerts are a very fun environment. They're I don't fucking. I'd equate it to the gym environment too, where everybody's a lot nicer than you'd assume.
Yeah.
Where usually it's the opposite shown in like TV shows and whatnot.
Yeah. Music brings people together.
I've noticed that.
Good rock and roll. The Melvins.
I've
Awesome.
noticed. I mean, I guess that's everywhere online. But you start talking about like fucking any type of music online, someone will argue with you. Same with
Oh
video games
yeah.
and that.
People
But
get fucking aggressive.
I feel like music, if you're talking to someone face to face, it never goes wrong.
No, it's always a good time.
Like even my boss, the fucking ABBA listening Men Without Hats ass dude.
Like-
I'll talk to him about fucking music, and I'll be like, "Yeah, this band's really cool. I like them. They're from here." Or if I know a Swedish band, I'll be like, "This is a Swedish band that I know." He'll be like, "Yeah, exactly," because he just loves fucking Swedish bands. Just the idea that more bands are coming over here that are being popular that are Swedish.
That's awesome.
And like if I was telling you earlier about that Men Without Hats album from 2012, when I told him about it, not only did he get excited about it, I forgot to mention he was like I gotta tell my daughters about this.
That's cool.
So he started immediately texting his daughter right then and there. He just stopped. He's like, "I'll do this now." It was a fucking grand old time. I had a smile on my face. I was like, "This man appreciates me, and he appreciates this conversation." I was very happy. I've never had a boss like that.
That's excellent.
Because fucking your boss sucks. I used to be on your
Yeah, he
boss.
doesn't
who
even
sucks. He didn't listen to cool music. He listens to
He listens to shitty whatever's on the radio that repeats a billion times a day.
Yeah.
He won't even look at you half the time in the eye.
Yeah.
Like he'll be doing like I'm looking away from you, Tyler, right now, just because this is audio. No one knows what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I'm looking the opposite direction. He'll just be like, "Oh, can you do this?" I think he's talking to Joe Blow over there. He's like facing that direction. Apparently, he's talking to me. Like,
yeah.
fuck.
Like fuck if you know what he's talking about. I fucking
He talks too fast, too quiet, doesn't look at you. It's like, fuck off.
yeah. That's not fun. It's not fun to be around. No, I like my work environment, even if there's some assholes there. It's very. I don't care who likes me there. It's just if my boss likes me.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the important part. Like I've gotten a lot of people in trouble lately because so you know when at your workplace it doesn't matter much because everybody's a fucking grocery boy. Everyone will take super long breaks, but at my workplace you take your lunch break at noon. You only get your lunch break, then you come back.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, be a half hour. I usually don't give a shit. It's like whatever. If you stay for an extra minute or two, who cares? But I got moved to an area a few days ago. I've worked in the area before. Everyone in there, it's the area I started, and they were treating me like I've never been there before in my life. You got to do this. You got to do this. I was like, no, I don't worry. I know what's going on. All I was asked to do was all you got to do is measure. I was like, easiest fucking job of my day. Holy shit, I can just sit there and measure all day. And then my coworker started arguing with me and my boss. He was like, nah, you can do these and these and these. He's like, no, he brought him over here to measure. And we just argued with him until he finally just stopped. And then that same employee's like, I'm going to be going early for lunch so I can pick up my food. It's like, okay. So he leaves 10 minutes early. So when you leave 10 minutes early, 11:50, you come back at 11:20 or 12:20. That's what you do. This man was like, I want to come back at 12:40. I was like, where the hell is he? Because he was holding up the job because I wasn't supposed to do his work. So eventually I told the boss on him because I fucking hate that shit. I hate, if you screw anybody else over, I don't give a fuck. But you screw me over, I'm going to be upset. Because I don't want to look like a shit because you're being a shit. So I told my boss about that. He's like, this has happened before. And I was like, yeah, but it's happening again, so this needs to be dealt with. And I got in trouble, so it's like, okay. And I don't think he knows it was me who complained about it, so oh well. Even though I just showed up, strolled into his area, and suddenly he gets in trouble for this again. But who knows? He's not a very bright boy. What are you eating? Oh, that's the fire.
The fire
I thought it was my cat eating a piece of plastic off the floor.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. A friend is very into music, Melvin. He's got 5 CD cases that are fucking they're fucking stacked up high, full of CDs. He's like, I have to buy another one, otherwise I'm gonna run out of room. He buys so many CDs. He does not use Spotify. He buys every album he listens to. He's had like the same iPod since like mid 2000s, and I think he upgraded, but he just transferred all his stuff over. So he has a bunch of old music on that he's had for years now.
That's awesome.
Listening to his iPod is like a fucking adventure. It's a good old time. He has like this random like. He used to be into very like he wasn't very religious, but he has a bunch of like Christian rock and pop and metal and punk rock.
It doesn't even matter. Like as long as something's catchy enough.
Yeah. Well, there was this one song I was really digging, and then like halfway through, he's like, "Something, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ." And I was like, "This is okay. It's fine if you want to be all Jesus Christ, but make it at least in tune with the music, so I can fucking bop to it." But no, it's just suddenly in the middle of the song, he takes a break. He's like, "Jesus Christ is a good man." Amen.
Amen.
Oh. Yeah. Then it turns into a fucking gothic song. Halfway through, actually, I think I really like that. But it didn't do that. It was just weird.
Industrial, country, rap, whatever's your game. That's the name. You play it. Have a good time. Be nice to everyone. Play music.
I like that I'm getting to this point where I can actually find small. It's a small chance, but I can find artists in every genre now.
Yeah.
It's not just because I do not listen to the radio at all. So I just kind of find music as I go.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
You want to listen to those 2 AC/DC songs? Hey, you want to listen to that one Led Zeppelin song or that one Foreigner song? And then we're going to play some of the worst hip-hop you've ever heard in between. It's like, no. The radio here sucks. I've lived a few places elsewhere.
All over Canada.
Almost.
Almost,
elsewhere, it's at least 5 out of 10 medium.
Yeah.
In a couple places, it was really amazing. Like, it was actually, you'd find new stuff. It was awesome. Here has had the worst radio out of everywhere I've been.
I'm not even surprised that it would be so bad. It's just fucking... 1-800... Not 1-800, 100.3. The Bear.
The Bear, Fox.
I hate the Bear. You know what's actually kind of funny to me? It's another thing. It's a System of a Down. Again, I keep fucking bringing him up, but he's just the guy I talk to with music usually. But Melvin, he never listened to System of a Down. He was like, I hate this band. But he never actually listened to it. He just thought it was bad because it was popular. And he's like, I finally went back to it because I was recommending it to him. I was like, this is actually a good band. You should really listen to it. It might actually be your style. Eventually went back to it, and he's listening to the lyrics of it and like the melodies, and he's like, how was this played on the radio? Because it is not at all what mainstream lyrics even then were about. It is very conspiracy driven and political, and
real quick.
Yeah.
So, on the thing of, I totally forgot what I was just gonna say. Hang on. On the thing of not liking something because it's pop.
It's just turning off because the 3 hours are up.
Not liking something because it's popular. Something I find myself in, and maybe this is, you call them hipsters. Maybe I'm a hipster, kind of, yeah. But something I find a lot is I'll like a band or something. Like, here's an example, Korn.
Yeah.
Now everyone's already rolling their eyes. Whatever, I don't even care.
Yeah.
But like, my brother really liked them. I was like, they're fucking shit. Whatever. I listened to like their first album, solid. I love it.
Yeah.
The entire front to back, it's amazing. Second one, good. Third one, also good. And then as it goes on and on, I like it less and less. And then the newer ones, I write off because I just can't. The newest upcoming one, side note, it seems it's pretty good. He's got some drama going on in his life, so maybe that depression will be put in the music.
That'd be good.
But yeah, but like, I'm in this hipstery trap of like, yeah, I like them, but I only like the first few. And I genuinely only, because it's something about how it was produced or that time period, you know? Because, like, I guess this is kind of old now, but like, he did like, collab with Skrillex, and it's like, that's
right, I remember that.
But if you go to like their first album, he seems like this whacked out, like crazy mental patient, and he's just screaming and like, it's amazing. But then you get later on, it's just boring, and I don't care.
Back when I listened to, I guess not a lot of rap music, it was all modern rap music. It was not good. You got Rick Ross and bullshit like that. But when I listened to Eminem a whole bunch, his new stuff is horrible.
Okay, I don't even like Eminem that much.
Well, his older stuff I think is actually solid.
Yeah. Like, you can't get that out of your head.
No,
that
it's all catchy music, and
that means it's good.
Well written.
All is new, whether it's a lack of drive, the way he thinks is different now, he's already proven himself, whatever it is, it's not good. It's not, he's fallen into this, he uses the same, you know how like different rap, like if I was a rap artist, my beat is and that's how I sing.
Yeah.
He used to have like,
his beat would always change. I found.
Yeah, it would change, but he would have a musical theme to the song, like like that has a cool like a musical thing. Yeah. But all the recent ones are almost. Now I don't want to discredit whoever worked on it or whether it is good. You know, I haven't listened to all. I don't know, but they sound sort of generic and kind of boring, and it's like it's lost that cool musical something or other that made it a bit different. So it actually sort of stood out.
Well, I was talking to somebody about Kamikaze's newest album, and they were like, he's angry in this one again, so it's been a lot nicer. And I listened to it, and I was like, it's okay, but I don't think Eminem was good because he was angry. He was good because, I guess maybe drugs, but also he was, he didn't have the same mindset that he does now. Yeah. I think he keeps trying to... I think he just needs to step out of the rap game. I think
he needs to become like a movie producer or do something different.
Yeah, like his old music was good, but right now it just seems like he's stretching himself thin.
Yeah, it's like if he tries to do something new, it's whack. If he tries to go back to his roots, it sounds not the same and whack. It's just get out of it, come back later. Yeah, or maybe just keep throwing stuff at the wall and maybe it'll work.
Yeah, you know, maybe be like Dre, you know, the guy who signed you, who disappeared for a very long time and then made rap music again. Yeah, and when he does, it's fine.
Oh yeah, like it's good.
Like he did that one song with Eminem a while ago with I can't remember what the singer was, but it was like in 2012. But it was a decent song that Dre just came back and was like, I'll just rap one song, it'd be fine.
Even Ice Cube or whoever it was, they
Ice
released like recent. Yeah, I was like, this is still bumping. Like it's not as good as this.
Yeah, I know. Well, rap music has changed a bit with how beats work and whatnot. It's more of a trap-centered game now. Same with pop music. Trap music is just what is popular now. Yeah. And even if it doesn't always adhere to my tastes, I'm not going to get upset about it. I would never say I guess I maybe I do sometimes say, because it's not particularly good for me, but music on the radio I wouldn't say is particularly bad. It's just, it's not for me because I don't like trap music.
Well, they overplay a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I
And
definitely
there's
agree.
not much variety. Even if they do pick good artists, there's not a variety at all.
Yeah. Well, it's always the same one song that made them popular.
You're not going to find anything new. You're not going to...
Well, do you know how Canadian radio works?
Oh, they have that dumb... You have to play a certain... But that
50% of the songs have to be Canadian.
that shouldn't affect it negatively, though.
No, I don't agree.
That should
I
just
agree.
be a way to discover more and new and upcoming and
Yeah.
all this stuff, but it just doesn't...
But the problem is they'll pick 3 Canadian artists and play the 3 same songs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just repeating the same Canadian songs over and over again. I can't remember what the song was called, but it's like this dude was trying to marry a girl or whatever. And oh, why you gotta be so rude? That song.
Oh...
That song only became popular because it was a little bit popular, and Canadian radio was like, yeah, boy. People, that's all we have.
Hate that one.
I hate it too. It was a very bad, not well written song, and it was only on the radio because Canada needed to play Canadian tunes.
Taylor Swift, get out of here.
I liked her more when she was country, and I don't even like country music that much. But her trap style is not good. It doesn't fit her. It doesn't fit her very well. I don't think her voice is very much meant for pop music.
Yeah, no, it's just... the only thing band that's really big nowadays still that I kind of... Like Coldplay's kind of cool, you know.
I haven't checked them out in a long time. I forgot they were a band.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people have. But
Yeah.
they're still pretty poppin', you know.
Yeah. Well, if you can come back for fucking Men Without Hats, who came out with an album and they've been around since the 80s. And it's not like they're like Iron Maiden where they've been making music since then. It's just sometimes, like every 9 years, they'll be like, oh, make a new album.
What would you say is your favorite time period for the production of music? Because I find myself time and time again in the mid to late 80s and early to mid 90s. Just
Really?
the production of it, the way it sounds, like the Melvins in the 80s,
Oh, yeah.
that sludgy grunge, whatever, Smashing Pumpkins.
I do like
Alice
that
in Chains,
sludgy grunge, yeah.
Even like Radiohead.
For me, it's the mid 2000s.
Mid 2000s.
Yeah, I love. It just might be that I feel like a nostalgia for it, but I listened to a lot of pop music in the mid 2000s. Same with a lot of dumb grungy rock music. So whenever I go back to the mid 2000s, like I'll listen to I'll fucking jam out to Britney Spears, and I still actually, not even joking, fucking enjoy it. I'll listen to old pop music so much. I'll listen to mid 2000s like punk rock and just have a blast. I don't even know if I'd say it's good. It's just fun, and I enjoy what I'm listening to. If not, I would say recent music, I would say, has very good production, but that's only in the metal scene, I'd say. But also, I don't know if you know this about metal music at all, but there's a very big stigma against metalcore. It's a subgenre of metal, but people hate it. It is vehemently despised against. I don't know why. I can show you a metalcore song later, even, and you'd probably be like, "This is just metal music," but it's like a kind of a mix of like scream vocals with metal, and I guess it's just. I guess what people mean is like, it's like pop rock to rock music, in that sort of sense. Like you're adding something from the heavier stuff into the lighter stuff, and I don't know. It's just people are against it for whatever reason. But
I think it's probably just the poppy.
Yeah.
Because I know with me, I like the dirty, the sludge, the stoner rock, the like Slayer. I love that kind of stuff.
Slayer, yeah.
All the new, like the newest stuff sounds cool. It's crisp. It's nice. It's popping. But sometimes it sounds too crisp.
Yeah, that's fair.
I want a little bit of dirt in there.
Yeah.
A little bit of,
Yeah.
wipe your shoes off.
Another part of it is that there's breakdowns. and I don't know. Not a lot of people like breakdowns in their metal music, which I can completely understand, but that doesn't discredit the genre. I don't think suddenly metalcore is bad because of that. But again, I like metalcore, so maybe I'm not cool enough for the metal fans out there. Yeah, there's just a big stigma on it for whatever reason. People get very elitist about it. But that's anything, so...
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't bother me at all. I don't care much about what other people seem to think. If I like a band, then I'll like a band. So, whatever. It's not like I don't listen to normal metal music. It's not like I'm exclusive to metalcore, so... And deathcore, I think, is actually good. Like, I don't even know... I guess there's a big difference. It's also got breakdowns, and that's all the only thing that makes it deathcore. But I still think it's fine. It's nice. I don't fucking know, man. It's fucking weird. Music fans are weird.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much everyone, though. I hate when you talk to someone, they're like, I don't like music. I don't listen to music. That's fucking horseshit. There's no fucking way your brain isn't wired for that shit. You've just not looked or you've ignored it. There's no way.
Well, like, it's not like they're going to sit there and not listen to music. If they hear something, they're going to probably enjoy it. You can't go without music.
I mean, unless you're like deaf.
Yeah, I was just thinking if you're deaf, maybe you can.
But even there's a sign language people at concerts because you can feel the rumbles and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Holy shit, fucking metal concerts are fun for that.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck, Cat. Oh, my God.
At smaller venues, it's just fucking intense. At Cradle of Filth, the fucking drumming in that place.
Yeah.
The drummer for Cradle of Filth, he had his fucking thing closed off, like he was in glass. I guess just so he could focus on his drumming or something is what I assume. But holy fuck, everything was fucking bouncing off the walls. You fucking could feel it in your chest. It was amazing. I loved that shit. Next one, we'll go more concerts.
I know, I need to get to some more.
I think the next one I'm going to is in July for August Burns Red.
Nice.
They're a metalcore band. And then Iron Maiden I'm going to in August. Cool. I hope it'll be really fucking cool. I think we bought tickets. They were going to be very... we were going to try and get as close as we could. As soon as sales went out, I think we got like middle row. And, like, he bought them not 2 minutes after. Like, it almost sold out immediately. It was fucking crazy.
Wow.
Well, he was planning to get married at that time. Like, just before then. Their honeymoon would be in August, and then he'd come back. And then I think we chose Calgary because he's going to miss the Edmonton one if he goes on his honeymoon. He's not going on it now because he's not getting married this year. They were going to wait till next year, I guess. So now we just got this trip to Calgary for Iron Maiden. But even then, that's fun. I think that's fine.
That'll be cool.
Yeah. How's my cat's belly? He's got a fat, bassy belly.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
You know, just...
I've trained him to enjoy it, I guess.
Do some of those. Cat belly.
No, you can't go that way. That's the way the cord pulls out of the computer and my fucking desktop falls down. That wouldn't be very fun. Be nice. You know, we've been talking for about 2 hours. I think it's time we end this. I think that's a good idea. Thank you for... You don't need to stand up. A wave goodbye. Alright, goodbye, Jared.
Thank you. If you listened. Support us. We're just two handsome boys. This shout out to everyone from Two Handsome Boys here.
I had something to say, but I got distracted from the handshake.
You say. You can keep going on. I'm just gonna stand for a second.
Okay, I'm just gonna say goodbye. Then that they are listening to the Handsome Boys podcast. This will be the only episode ever. We'll never do one again. Anyway, this is the Handsome Boys podcast.
Thank you.
I hope you have a very handsome day.
This
And Pretty Day
is
for
Jared Tyler.
Pretty Ladies.
See you later. Oh yeah.